We are live. Yeah, man. It's time for the not so late boxing talks because it's not actually late. It never usually is when I start these things. I just got in the habit of calling it that, so here we are. And it is Canelo Alvarez fight week. Per usual, you have a lot of people trying to say that Canelo's star is diminishing while posting old videos of the Mayweather fight. Angry little people with their angry little tendencies and all of that. Very silly, very childish. It's a resentment that a lot of people have for Canelo because no matter what they try to say about him, they can't put a dent in what are his loyal supporters. Yo, who's calling me, man? Get out of here. They can't put a dent in what are his loyal supporters or stop them from buying his fights. They can't stop him from being successful, which is where the resentment comes from. That, you know, whether you like it or not, he's the top draw and he's doing his thing, and it is what it is. Shout out to Sawab. Shout out to my man Hash Face of Boxing, Old Dirty, Unbiased, Mr. Miyagi, Yagami, my fault, Dr. Mario, and yeah, Mike, more Canelo talks. What you expect? It's literally Canelo fight week. What do you want me to talk about, Michael? How you don't speak French? It's literally the week of the guys fight. Canelo, like Mike is low key a Canelo hater, except it's not so low key, it's noticeable. You bought into all that garbage about Benavidez and all of that because you're young and gullible and have the temperament of a child. And I'll happily tell you that on camera. He bought into all that silliness. It's enough there that if you just look, you could see that, like, yo, y'all dudes is playing games. That's all y'all doing is playing games. I've been said it. When you got it like that, it's not gonna look to you the way it looks to other people. When you got it like that, when you earned your way and you did your thing and you came from nothing, it's not gonna be for Canelo what it is to Michael. Why would it be why? Like for Canelo, man, this ain't my first rodeo. This ain't the first time they tried to prop up some dude that was supposed to be this and that, and then I had to go in there with him. It's not the first time. And because I'm not fighting him on Saturday, I can't be worried about him. You want me to be worried about him when I'm fighting somebody else on Saturday. That is how you get beat. Yeah, let me think about David. Not that I think David, I don't even know if David is going to come back down to 168 because supposedly him and Memo is not together anymore. And I have my theories about that. Why would he get rid of his strength and conditioning coach all of a sudden? Likely because he doesn't plan on making 168 anymore, maybe. I'm just guessing, but that's what Memo said. He didn't do nothing with him for this fight. It looked like he ain't gonna be doing nothing with him. He says some things about David's father. So I'm like, oh, I guess he probably not gonna make 168 no more. He going to 75. He probably gonna stay at 175. And it's a lot of little things going on because when David was asked about whether or not he could cross over for a fight with either Better Beeve or Bevo, whoever wins, the first thing that he alluded to was his contract. Well, Isaac Cruz is a PBC fighter, and he went over there. Rayo Valenzuela is a PBC fighter, and he went over there. Tim Tszyu is co-promoted by the PBC. He went over there. Andy Ruiz, he was with the PBC. He went over there. Wilder's with the PBC. He went over there. But when they asked you about it, oh, the way my contract is set up, and y'all keep keying and laughing at it, not realizing like, yo, y'all don't know that he gaming y'all. He just giving y'all the rope a dope. That's all that is. I don't know what it is about Americans and entertaining stupid shit. I literally don't know what it is. The world over, somebody else will see that and say, wait a minute, a bunch of PBC guys is on the zone right now for one fight, but yeah, a bunch of them is over there. So why you talking about your contract this and your contract that? You trying to fight or not? Are you trying to fight or not? You know? But like I said, that's just the American fan base, yo. It is what it is. Have you heard King Rye's new song? Yeah, yo, I was working out to it earlier, yo. Shout out to King Rye with the hard bars. Memo left. Yeah, he posted about it on his Twitter page, bro. He posted about it on his Twitter page a little over a week ago. Aaron, what it do? Jerome, what it do? Yeah, it's leeching off Canelo. Y'all know I got a principle that even the fighters that I don't like, right? Even the fighters that I don't like, that I don't like them, I still buy they fight. I'm not going to steal because I ain't no shoplifter. To me, that's some bum shit, and that bum shit is beneath me. You know, if you going to sit here making any kind of money from the sport as a content creator, the least you could do is try to stimulate the sports economy and give back to the sport. Whereas it's a lot of low quality. I ain't got to say a bunch of names because, well, it's a bunch of people. It's not like it's just one person, it's a bunch of people that are like that. A long time ago, I started the habit on social media of posting the receipts for all the pay per views I purchased. I started this about maybe 3 years ago. And the reason I did it, it wasn't to guilt trip people per se, because we all know who's buying the fights and who isn't. I don't got no hair on my tongue. If you ain't buying the fights, I can tell, I can tell, and I started doing that to prove a point that the guys with the most to say contribute the least. You got the most to say about Canelo, but what the hell does what you say matter? You don't spend no money. Since when did people who don't spend money matter? That shit don't the shit you think don't matter because you don't buy nothing. You don't buy his fights, but you don't buy the other ones either. You just pretend to. You don't buy the other ones neither. This is what I've been saying. The reason that a lot of these content creators that have really big channels, right, don't have big influence is because you're not customers. The people you talking to that consume your content, they're not customers. The shit you saying, it don't matter to the people that matter. It matter to the motherfuckers that's going to steal some shit. Oh yeah, you can have 1 million of them. That's like going platinum off of bootlegs. Congratulations. Shout out to my man Domo. Time is ticking for that big motherfucker. If Gvozdyk don't get him, Canelo will. Somebody will. That's usually how it goes. Shout out to my man Napoli. Deontay Wilder set to fight Jared Anderson on August 3rd. Yeah, I know. I already did a video about that, bro. It's literally on the thumbnail. You know? I mean, how do you think it works that you gonna have that somebody wants to hear your opinion or needs to hear your opinion when you don't buy shit? Al Heyman need more fans like me that, yeah, I'm critical. I'm super critical, but I don't steal. I'm hypercritical. I look for shit to criticize, but I don't steal. You do. You who loves Al Heyman and all his PBC fighters so much. You know you stealing that shit. I know you stealing that shit. You just want to get offended when I call it out. They're like, yeah, y'all motherfuckers talk all this shit and don't hold no weight. You want to know why? Because you steal all that shit. Fuck gonna listen to you. Let me do a product review on this shit that I shoplifted. It's never gonna work. The reason that I've always said that my channel is not for everybody. It intentionally alienates certain motherfuckers. Yeah, like I ain't here for the motherfucker that gotta steal a bunch of shit. No. If you can't afford none of this shit, man, shut the fuck up and go sit down. Get some grown-up money. The fuck? Motherfucker love boxing so much. Talk about boxing every fucking day. But when it's time to buy a pay-per-view, where are you? Get the fuck out of here, B. Little kid ass motherfuckers, man. Motherfuckers sit there, log into Twitter, talk about boxing for 7 to 8 hours out of a 24-hour day. So when it's time to pay, oh man, shut up then, man. Shut the fuck up. Who the fuck needs you, dog? Oh, bitch ass shit. I told you I don't like bitch ass shit. I don't like weak shit. I don't like cheap shit. I don't like bum shit. I wasn't raised that way, bro. I got my pride. Motherfucker over here. Shit you doing is tantamount to going in a bodega and stealing a bag of chips, except you're in your mid-30s or some shit. Mid-30s, mid-40s. Hell, some of y'all in y'all mid-20s doing this bum shit. Don't worry about who Canelo fighting, motherfucker. You can't afford it anyway. Don't worry about who he fighting. Don't worry about it. It's not your problem. Motherfucking little 80 something dollars hurt you. I don't want to hear that shit. If that shit hurts you, then you shouldn't even be worrying about. You should just be happy you have a way to watch it. Be thankful. I don't hear that bum shit. I don't hear that shit. You know? But from the content creators least of all, because you actually turn over a profit from the sport and contribute what to it though? Shit ain't right. I don't agree with that shit. I don't think that shit is right. I don't agree with that shit. But that's just me. Like I said, I hold myself to a different standard than other people. Just because other people feel a certain way, I'm not going to go with what other people do because I've long maintained that 75% of the planet is built to follow. 25% are critical thinkers, 5% are built to lead. I ain't in the 75%. Well, why would you pay for a pay-per-view? Because I'm not a fucking bum, that's why. Why would you buy it if you don't have? Well, so what are you, a shoplifter? Purse snatcher? The fuck? You ain't got no pride? Guess not. It's a lot of low quality motherfuckers. Shout out to my man Sawab getting that Dubai money, baby. Shout out to my man Sawab, business owner, out here getting it. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers love pretending that they getting it. Y'all motherfuckers ain't getting shit. My man Sawab is getting it, B. Jet skiing. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man Sawab. I ain't with that broke shit. Being broke ain't nothing to celebrate. Being a thief and a bum is nothing to celebrate. I don't see that shit in he. I don't see that shit in kiki. I see that shit and I'm like, damn, man. Just want to wallow in your own filth like a pig. Your own mediocrity. Don't you want better for yourself? Maybe not. The real secret is that success is not hard to attain. No, it takes work, but it's not hard to attain if you're persistent. The real secret is that the unsuccessful don't actually want to be successful. They don't. Fuck, I look like over here stealing shit all the time. That's some little kid shit. Yeah, maybe when you're a toddler, you could do shit like that. Imagine me in my mid 20s stealing shit. Let me steal it. Like, man, what? What? Like, nah, man. Your parents failed. You fucking bum. They failed. That's all that shit is. I don't applaud. I don't look at shit like that. Nah, that shit ain't funny to me, dog. That shit sad. Wow. Motherfucker just gonna wallow in their own filth like a pig, like a swine. Say la vie. Shout out to my man ASVP. Hey, he Terrence Stewart and I'm Terrence Crawford. Yeah, I'm whooping feet. Yeah, I seen Kendrick finally came back with his little joint. I ain't hear it yet, to be real with you. I'm not pressed about they beef. They beef to me look like that's what that shit look like to me. You know? I ain't into stealing shit, man. Like I said, I believe it's bad karma. And I wholeheartedly believe in karma. You do good, good will come to you. You do bad, bad will come to you. And yeah, sometimes bad comes to you, even if you do good, but it's no excuse. It's no excuse. I hold myself to a better standard than most of the human race because I am above the human race. I'm better than you. I'm smarter than you. Anything you can do, I can do it better than you can because I'm better than you in every way that you can imagine. Just better. Shout out to my man Ignacio. Ignacio. What happened? There you go. Ignacio. There you go.
What up?
Nothing. I'm here to
What's
just
up,
say
Jules?
I'm here. I just wanted to say things that get people mad, but they can't say nothing because if they do, then it'll give it away that they're watching me. So I'm just like saying a lot of different things that will elicit a response. I'm always about 10 to 20 steps ahead. Don't
Oh,
get
we all know. We all know the hate watchers exist.
like that's another phenomenon that's unique to this generation. If you don't like me, why the fuck are you watching me? It doesn't make
No,
sense. Like, I don't take time out of my day to follow channels or people that I don't like. Like what? Like, well, I will say I don't like David Benavidez, but I still supported both of his fights. Did you? Nah, Ray. So shut the fuck up. Fuck up. David need fans like me. David need guys like me, not guys like you. You need guys like me, because at least I bought his little 2 fights. I bought them shits. Punk ass Michael in Canada.
Yo, why are you calling me a Canelo hater? That's crazy.
Bro, you a Canelo hater. I already see the switch side.
Nah, I don't do
Your
that.
Aries is shiftier than a
I don't.
Your Aries is
I don't.
shiftier
I
than a
don't do that.
no.
Great. I'm a
Your
fan of
Aries is
boxing, bro. I
wild
don't know about
shifty.
the astrology shit.
Y'all
Nah,
switch
bro.
sides and then act like nobody noticed. I seen you.
Nah, bro. I'm good,
seen
man.
you.
Like I just. What did I do? What did I do that's upset you?
Bro, you know what you did, bro. When
What did I
nobody
do?
was looking, Jules was looking.
What did I do, bro? What did I
You
do?
know what you
bro?
did. You know what you did, bro.
You don't know what I did, man.
I know everything you did, bro. I have your social security number in a file.
All I was saying
That's not creepy.
is I didn't say nothing bad.
I have yours too, Jason. The fuck? Don't start no shit.
All I've been asking for is Canelo to retire. That's it, man. Not
He don't feel like retiring, but he don't feel like retiring.
He don't. But fight.
Don't feel like it.
I was like, okay.
The thing that gets me is that how could anybody, not you, Michael, you know what I mean? Not you. But the thing that gets me is how could anybody still be stuck on the same conversations, right, of 3 weeks ago when there's so many, like there's just this abundance of great fights. And it's not even just the fights that Turkey made. It's other fights like Ioka versus Fernandez. That it's like, yo, that Fernando Martinez. That's a great fight. Like to me, honestly, that's a better fight than Gallo versus Bam. Yeah, it's a better fight. I look at that as a better fight.
It's a way better fight. Yoko can lose that one too, as well.
Exactly. Whereas with Gallo, look, it's gonna be a fun fight. Is it a solid fight? Yes, it's a solid fight. But when a man is in his mid-30s and he hasn't fought in over a year, and he turned down fights, at least one last year, you do the math. What is he doing? He's cashing out. He's cashing out. Like, you don't got to be a genius to see that. Whereas Ioka, while Ioka is older, he has been more active. He fought 2 times last year. Fernando ain't fought the night of the fight. He will not have fought in over a year, even though he's younger. So it's intriguing. It's for 2 alphabet titles.
He doesn't have any losses, no?
No, he's unbeaten. He's 16-0.
Yeah, bro.
Unbeaten guy.
We got to set up him in versus Bam.
That's not, now to me, that's a 4-star fight. Maybe even a 5-star fight. That if Bam wins, okay, now we got a 4-star fight. Maybe a 5-star fight, you know? I would like to see that.
Not him and Ioka, him and Fernando.
No, that's what I'm talking about. That whoever, let's put it this way. Whoever wins the Ioka versus Martinez fight, and whoever wins, which in all likelihood is going to be Bam, right? That is a 4-star fight. But to me, Gallo versus Bam, that's a 3-star fight. 3 stars. It's a good fight. It's solid. But that's not a 4-star fight to me because Gallo, you haven't fought in over a year. Come on now. And you old. Come on now. Old. You know? So, Ignacio, about this weekend's fight, you know, I personally like the fight because I feel that it's going to be entertaining. It's going to be a fun fight to watch on television. The undercard is pretty shit.
Fucking garbage, yo.
Shit is ass. Like, that shit is ass.
Oh my
Who's
God.
Brandon fighting? Brandon fighting Jesse Magdaleno, I think?
No,
Yeah, I thought that was the fight.
Yeah, that is it.
Yo, he fighting Jesse Yo, dog, Jesse is old. Yo, how old is Jesse, bro?
Jesse's like in his late 20s, I think.
Yo, but that dude been around forever, my dude.
Well, I think he turned pro like at 19.
I have the shitty card pulled up. Let me run this down. We got the main event, obviously. We got Stanionis versus Maestra. We have Brandon Figueroa, whatever. Magdaleno. We have Barrios against Maidana. Ramos against Gonzalez. I don't even know who the hell this is. Melnicki Jr. against Cruz.
Vito Milnicki.
What?
Yo, you know what I think? I think that the undercard should just be 36 minutes of Omaira doing the Macarena.
I'll watch that. I'll pay pay-per-view for that.
Did she look good doing the Macarena, though?
No, but she got to do it con gana. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, que tu nalga, tu tete, cosa buena.
Jules, it's a regular PBC show. What do you expect from it?
Not a lot. Not a lot, Sawab. Not a lot.
Jules, why not have her dance to Pitbull Culo instead?
Culo! For real, yo. Shout out to Barrios, man, because he did what a real one would do. Like, man, if you get in here, you better get all the way in there, bro. Make a deposit. Shout out to Mario, bro.
No Diddy.
Can we get a round of applause for Mario? Can we do that?
Clap.
Come on, Michael, fucking clap, bro. Smart guy, man. Shout out to Mario, bro.
Yo, who clapping?
That's Jose. That's my man, Jose. He wants some money on Ryan Garcia. That's my man, Jose.
Hey, yo, what?
He wants some money on Ryan Garcia. He bet on him.
I should have.
Two people I know who bet on Ryan Garcia and made big.
Yeah, I mean, the odds were good. That's the main thing. If the odds are good, roll the dice. If the odds are good.
Somebody on my boxing team fucking won $1,000 on that shit, man.
Shit.
Bro, you know Wilder's the underdog going into the Chang fight?
Listen, and I'm hearing this said, yo, Turkey he just does shit, bro. Like, he's doing the Jared Anderson shit. I don't even have any confidence that he would.
Bro, the shit is Turkey makes me proud to be from Saudi Arabia, which is saying a lot because I'm really Puerto Rican. But
no, but why?
Alhamdulillah.
Why can't he just get the winner? I don't understand why you can't just get the winner rather than just Wilder. Why can't you fight Zhang?
No, because I did a video on it. And I understand it. I understand what he's doing. He wants that fight to be an engine for the American boxing scene. See, look, if Wilder go right, let's say Wilder beat Chang. But then he fight AJ and he lose. Heavyweight division is dead in America after that. It's dead. Mm-hmm. Ain't nobody in America gonna be watching a heavyweight division. Nobody. But if he goes in there and loses to Jared, you pass the torch to Jared. That's a kingmaker.
Do we trust?
No, Jared, but don't you see? No, but wait a minute. Don't you see? That's the virtue. That if Wilder beats Chang and then he beats Jared, Wilder's back. The Bronze Bomber's back. If he's not back and Jared beats him, you got a new superstar. You got a new American. He do the Harlem Shake. I forgot how to do the Harlem Shake. I used to do it, but I can't.
But Jules, is he really gonna beat Zhang? I mean, really, is he gonna really beat Zhang?
I didn't say he was gonna beat Zhang. When did I say that?
I
said if.
I'm just asking a question. I didn't say you said it. I'm just
you know what you said, country. You know what you meant.
Get the fuck out of here.
Michael knows what you meant too.
He doesn't speak French or he
have an attitude, country. It did have an attitude to it.
He had an attitude. Shout out to Mr. Calderon.
You know what? Let me go speak French, damn it.
Jules, I love the new rating system you've got. Please keep using it. And do you think you can give the fights a rating afterwards? Yes, that's what I plan on doing. That going in, it may be a 4-star fight, but going out turned out to be a 2-star fight. 3-star fight, So yeah, that's why I came up with that certain fights are better than others. Most fights are not 5-star fights because a 5-star fight is the perfect fight. It's the fight that there is no other fight that you could have made that was better than this one, So when you think about Better B versus B-Vol, yeah, that's a 5-star fight, bro. There's no fight at light heavyweight better than that one. You can't make a better fight than that one.
And we getting it for free.
Yo. Didn't they say that, the 5v5, you're going to have to pay for that one? But the Better Be Even B-Ball, you're not going to have to do that?
It's what you know what it is, bro? I think most people don't realize that Fury versus Usyk is going to be on DAZN in America. They don't realize that. You understand me? All them years, Top Rank was putting out all that bread for Fury. So that DAZN can get his biggest fight, right? So they got to get that Better B versus B-Vol, my God. They had to get that. Like, nah, we need that. We at least need that because y'all getting this.
That makes sense. Yeah.
We got to get that because we done put all this money in this cat. And yeah, we going to get a cut. Of course, we're going to get a cut of whatever he makes. But the point is that is not a fight that we're delivering to our broadcaster. So we at least got to get that, Got to get that.
Gotta get that.
So it is. It is what it is.
ESPN lost a lot of money on Tyson Fury, but
over 80 million pounds of duck.
I've been saying it. I've been saying it that they really acted like he conquered America. You don't conquer America if you can't draw in America and you losing money.
6,000 people.
The fuck did you conquer America when all your fights lose money out here? You had to go back to the UK.
He has yet to sell a venue at all. He's never sold one. Sell out a venue.
No, he never sells out a venue, yo.
Same as Wilder as well too. The Wilder fans never talk about that. Wilder has never sold out a venue. Never.
Hey man, like with Wilder, it was always a smoke screen, and I don't even want to spend a lot of time on him because it was all like we've already had that conversation a million times. This is Wilder's opportunity to redeem himself. If you could beat Zhang, there's other big fights waiting for you. But who really think he gonna beat Zhang?
I don't know.
I don't.
as long as Zhang doesn't show up looking like Butterbean, he should win.
Bro, Michael with his fucking limp dick answers.
What the fuck? I don't know.
I don't know. Motherfucker, come up with a fucking answer. At least Country said it with his chest.
Oh, here comes
you. Don't speak French, Michael.
But when you do that, I'm gonna sit this one out, man.
I'm the host, bro. I got immunity. I got yo. I'm from Harlem. I got diplomatic immunity, bro.
I got
diplomatic immunity.
Diplomatic immunity, bro. Come on now.
I got Chili Chang by KO.
If you got who has Wilder? No, we already know most of the panel has Zhang. So who has Wilder?
I'm gonna go for Wilder. Matchroom all the way, bro. Fuck Frank Warren.
Shout out the Matchroom, yo. Shout out the Matchroom.
If Zhang keeps his hands not as busy as they were in the Parker fight, then Wilder has a chance. But otherwise,
fucking Jason trying to sound extra Chinese and shit. He don't say Zhang or Chang. He say Zhang. You fuck Zhang. Trying to be all fancy and shit. I see you, fucking Jason.
Sorry, I pronounced his name correctly, bitch.
Who the fuck is that? Caesar, why are you up here twice, bro?
I don't know. I'm confused on that too, bro.
It's two Caesars right here, bro. Why are you up here twice, bro?
Spots out here.
I'm confused on that too.
If you kick me out, will I still be on here? I don't know.
Let me see. Let me move the other one. Let me move. I bet he got the other one out.
That was the
I ain't talked to Michael in a while. Michael's bitch ass. Michael, what you think about Ruiz and Miller, bro?
Yo, I fucking love that fight. That's
a good ass fight, man.
Yo, let me tell you something. They're gonna meet in the middle. There will be no moving around the ring. They're gonna fight. Like
they're gonna fight. Yeah, I like that fight.
Now, what do you call it? I find Andy. You know he has quicker hands than what do you call it?
Miller.
Gravy.
Gravy doesn't have one punch knockout power as well too.
He don't.
But he can endure some shit. I think. Like he's gonna smother Andy with those fast combinations. I have Andy winning. I know he's been out for like 2 years. A year, right?
Yeah, it's been like a year and a half, about a year and a half.
But you know the thing is, okay, so when he fought Areola, he lost weight. Then when he fought Ortiz, he gained weight, and now he lost weight again. Now if you see him, he looks like a
heavyweight.
Yeah, not like heavyweight, but it's just like he's skinny Andy again.
He's a bridger weight.
Yeah,
as much. But where does his career go defeating Jarrell Miller?
Because it's not a. It goes, yo, dog. If he could get over that hump, it's mad big fights he could have.
Yeah, you could set up that trilogy.
Yeah,
but he of AJ.
But Ruiz thinks like Teofimo. He gets greedy. He doesn't want to get the big fights.
I don't think that if he gets over the hump, it's not just the Joshua fight. It's that any fight you have now, the Saudis is paying for it, so you know it's going to be for some bread because they the ones paying for it.
They would probably pay for him and Wilder low key.
Yeah, right. Like shit, that's not a bad fight neither.
I've been wanting to see that fight too.
The reason that's a good fight too is, hey, listen, Andy ain't never been knocked out, bro. If Wilder could knock him out, yeah, that would be a statement. Even today, Andy ain't never been knocked out by nobody. Been in there with Parker, been in there with AJ, been in there with Ortiz. Nobody knocked him out. So yeah, if Wilder can knock him out, it's something to gain. Personally, though, I just don't think. I don't want to say nothing presumptuous because there is a way for Wilder to win the Zhang fight. But I'm like, yo, when I look at the dude, I just feel like he gave up already, bro.
Like
Wilder.
That's how he
like
fights.
he just going through the motions. Like he doing it because what the fuck else am I gonna do? You know?
I see it too.
Jules, if he starts doing those hammer fists like he did with Parker, it's a wrap, man. The fight's over for Wilder. For real.
Yo, you in a car country? Why is your acoustic so crazy?
He's in the car. He's in the car.
Motherfucker calling me from a submarine.
He's about to end up like them people.
Fucking Pacific Ocean off the coast of San Francisco.
He's trying to go see the Titanic.
That ocean.
Shout out to the Titanic, yo.
Dude, he's doing it for the money. Coming to Deontay Wilder, why he's doing it, why he's come back.
It's the money, bro. And I know it's a cookie cutter answer that you got to do it for more than the money, but you do because it's always about the money. It's never not about the money, but you gotta want to be there, bro. It's a fight. You gotta want to fight. You gotta want to hurt that motherfucker.
Yeah, does he want to fight? That's the question.
You know,
Joseph Parker,
he had all that confidence back in the days. He had all that confidence back in the days, but since the Fury second fight, mate, it is nothing there. He knows he's getting in there to get paid, and that's it, and come back out.
Yeah, it's nothing there, bro. My man Neri about to fight Neri. That's a good ass fight. I can't wait. Like
Neri going to sleep.
That card is awesome.
That card is nuts, bro. I'm Japanese that day, bro. I'm from Okinawa that day. Fuck Michael.
I think Neri will actually do not Neri. In a way, it will do him to the body. It won't be a headshot.
I think it'll be to the body too. That's what I see. I think he's gonna go to his body. He's because he's open to the body. Like when he goes for shots, he's open to the body. So
he has wide. It's the hooks that he throws. He has wide, fat punches. In a way, can just punch in between those very easily and very fast.
And the difference in speed is going to be noticeable.
Oh, it's night and day.
And the other thing is that I don't say these things to say that Neri is bad, because if you take Inoue out of it, you could probably favor Neri to beat most of the guys at 122. If you take Inoue out of it, like based on today's 122, Neri would do all right if Inoue wasn't there, but Inoue's there. You know,
I'd have Marlon Tapales, honestly, and that's a good fight actually.
I don't. That's a 50-50 fight, I think. Oscar Jimenez says, "Who does the winner of Chang Shlong Feng Wilder fight?"
Damn.
I mean, Wilder, if he wins, he fights Anderson. But if Chang Shlong Feng wins, I don't know, bro, because he high risk.
Daniel Dubois.
Ooh, there you go, Ignacio. Shout out to Ignacio.
Daniel Dubois is not making it past Hergovich, bro.
Yo, Ignacio, you Puerto Rican, right?
Nah, bro, I'm Mexican.
Bro, I really thought you was a Puerto Rican. Yo, shut up. I really thought you was a Puerto Rican in Mexico, bro. I really thought that. Like, I don't know why I thought that.
I think it's the fact that I hang around with a bunch of New York Puerto Ricans that makes me sound like that.
That's what it is. I could sense the East Coast influence. I could sense
man.
it.
I've been hanging around them dudes too long.
I can sense it. But that's a good fight, man. Zhang versus Dubois? Damn, that's a tough run of fights for Daniel Dubois, though, right? That's tough. Miller, Hergovich, then Chang.
I think Hergovich puts him out.
You think Hergovich's gonna do him?
Yeah, I think he will.
I mean, I said it in the other live that Hergovich doesn't have to do anything dramatic because Joe Joyce didn't do anything dramatic. All he did was jab. That's literally how he beat him. He just kept jabbing him.
Exactly what you want to do to him. You don't have to do too
Daniel's
much.
grown since then, though.
Say it again.
Daniel's grown since then, though.
Is that virtuoso?
No, it's unbiased.
Bro, why do you sound Puerto Rican? You got a couple?
Wait, virtuoso's Puerto Rican?
Yo, that dude is the most Puerto Rican in the history of Puerto Rico, bro. That dude has a Puerto Rican flag quilt, Puerto Rican flag sheets, Puerto Rican flag pillowcase, bruh. He like a whole Puerto Rican Day parade in one, bro.
He's got the flag wave cap too, Jules.
For real, yo. So when Unbiased has bronchitis, he sound Puerto Rican, basically.
That's what it is. Okay, got it.
That's what it. Yeah, he sound like Tito Puente right now, yo.
Hey man, I'm about to go and start speaking Spanish in a second.
Bro, I can hear the accent. I can hear the Puerto Ricanness coming through you, bro. The Puerto Rican Azteca spirits.
I'm a little bit confused though. I thought if Wilder beat Zhang, I thought he was going to be back in position for Joshua. I thought that
So did I. But I think with Turkey, listen. They could do the fight. they could not do the fight. To me, I'm over it. Like I am over it. Like, bro,
over it.
we getting better B versus B, bro. I'm over a lot of shit, bro.
You can't beat that.
Yeah, we getting Fury Usyk. I'm not really like Wilder. Come on now, it is what it is, bro. Like.
Yeah, but the only thing is, if he beats Zhang, though, that means he's not washed completely. So I would want that fight.
Bro, stop trying so hard to bring him back. Nobody
I'm not
cares
trying to bring him back. I said if he happens to win, I don't think he's going to win. I think he's getting sparked up. But if he wins, then he got some viability.
Wilder's at a point now where he should be fighting the Jared Andersons, not the world level fighters. I'm sorry.
I actually agree with that.
He's a gatekeeper. He's a gatekeeper now.
What set apart the previous generation of fighters from the one before it is nobody wanted to pass the baton. Nobody really want to pass the baton. You know what I mean? You see how Thurman going out, bro. You supposed to pass the baton to Boots. Danny supposed to pass the baton to Boots. Y'all don't want to do that.
I hate that Thurman keeps getting attention, bro.
I hate that background noise I keep hearing. Like, Unbiased, why you always calling me from a walkie-talkie, bro? Like, you calling me from a
That's not me, actually. That's not me. I was muted the whole time. Try again, though.
All right, then mute your mic and let me listen. Somebody talking to me from a BlackBerry phone? The fuck?
Shit. The motherfuckers get all quiet.
That's the shit. Motherfucker get quiet. Shout out to my man ASVP. Weak ass Jamal apologized to Plant. Plant's, yeah, I seen that shit. I'm like, bro, what you think is going to happen if you beat Charlo, bro? What do you think happens after that? Like, what you think? You going to become a superstar?
The greatest middleweight of all time.
Right? Like that's not a big fight, bro. Like, this is what I'm saying. That why you chasing a fight that is not a big fight? What you should do, go to Matchroom, get a 3-fight deal. The final fight of the deal, Diego Pacheco. You know what I mean? Because that's a fight that Diego is gonna need. But at the same time, Caleb, you do need to keep busy. You do need to make money. You got a kid. So 3-fight deal. You have 2 fights, then Diego Pacheco.
Yeah. Why is he chasing a junkie, bro?
I don't know, bro.
He wants to beat him up. That's the long and short of it. He hates him and he wants to legally beat the shit out of him and get paid for it.
Bro, I hear that, but that shit is like, ain't nobody, bro. If they fight, what you think? Like, people gonna be excited? Like, nah, like,
it's gonna be another $80 pay-per-view.
Go to Matchroom for David Berlanga.
I would have been excited if Maul had a soul left for boxing, but he don't.
David Berlanga.
My bad.
Fuck is that? That's your classmate?
David Berlanga. Edgar Berlanga.
David Berlanga. What the fuck is that, yo?
Okay, that's an accident, goddammit.
That's Edgar's stunt double, Jules.
For real, right? Whenever they about to throw a punch, bring in David. Stand there, get punched in the face. Shout out to Jesse Casala. Jay, I'm thinking of placing a 5-fight parlay. Nello, Barrios, Brandon, Leo, and Stanionis. Thoughts? Michael got to start eating ass. See, word is getting around, Michael. Like, it's not good to have that reputation. Bitch is gonna start hearing about that shit. Like, Michael, Michael, he doesn't eat ass.
Dude, that shit is nasty, man. How are you eating something where waste comes out, bro?
Sawab is over there Sawab is tongue punching bitches in a colon. Stop.
Nah, mate. I'm married. I'm gonna become a father soon. Nah, mate.
Me too.
Don't do that shit.
You about to be a dad for real, Michael?
One day soon.
Oh, shut the fuck up. I'm about to congratulate you. Fucking prick.
Dude, fuck you. You're not gonna congratulate me, you prick.
I was about to congratulate you if y'all don't stop interrupting me. Congratulations, Sawab. You know what I'm saying?
Finally,
to have a baby out here, baby Sawab out here, yo.
Finally, I'm not shooting blanks for the past 4 years.
Shit, your boys are swimming, yo. They took swimming lessons. Shout out to the boys. So do y'all think Saturday's fight ends in a knockout?
Yeah.
You think he knocks him out?
Does too much. He's not as defensively sound as he should be at this level. He does too much stupid shit.
And he's been hurt before. Sergey hurt him. I remember the Sergey fight. Sergey hurt him like 2 times.
But it's gonna be him walking into, or Canelo will set up something to walk him into it.
Jules, I got to push back on that a little bit. I think with him being with Freddie Roach and him being in really good fucking shape, I think he's a live dog.
You think? Like what? What you saying, dog? What are you saying, dog?
I'm saying that Jaime might be the guy to push old Ginger off the cliff.
Wow.
You know what? I agree with that, Jules. I think we're gonna see a new undisputed champion this weekend.
Whoa.
Yo, that would be.
Wait a
Listen, I'll say this.
minute.
Look. I'll say this in fairness, right? Because I like to think beyond. It wouldn't be bad if Jaime won. Mexico has a new face. Jaime will instantly get a bunch of fans. Maybe they do a rematch in September, right? It's not the end of the world. I did tell Steve Kim a long time ago that I just have this feeling that Jaime could go on to become the face of boxing, but that's in either scenario. See, the way I look at it, Jaime is today what Canelo was when he fought Floyd.
Whoa.
That's how I look at
just
him.
1 second. Sorry to
Yo,
butt in.
wait. Who mic is that, bro? Like, why?
That's what
Why
I'm
it sound
saying.
like somebody eating
Caesar, please
cereal?
mute your mic.
Is my mic?
Yeah,
That's
bro.
your mic, bro. It sound like you want like headphones or something, yo. Like, what's good? Jaime is today. He's where he is, right? He's where Canelo was when Canelo fought Floyd. So Jaime going in there and losing on Saturday, that ain't shit, man. Like that ain't shit. As long as you give it a fight and give it a go, people gonna fuck with you after
How
that. Your
old is
profile still go. He like what? 20,
27.
27.
It's
Damn,
kind
he's
of
a lot.
late. It's kind
Man,
of
he
later than
he
Canelo.
older than I ain't gonna
Canelo
front.
was
He older than
22,
Canelo.
23.
He
Canelo
was
was
23.
23.
Yeah, he was 23 when he fought Floyd.
Yeah, you see, they wasted his time. Like, Oscar wasted his fucking time. If he had taken a loss earlier, it would have been better for his career, honestly.
I think it's about time for Canelo to relinquish them belts.
Honestly, though, Jules, the ones that wasted his time were his Mexican promoters, Zanfer.
Yeah,
They
it was
fucking dragged their
Zanfer.
feet.
Yeah, it was Zanfer. It really was. Like they just had him doing what he was doing for a long time. But Oscar didn't make it better though, you know? He didn't make it no
Oscar
better.
made it easier, for fuck's sake. They were like, yeah, let's take our time.
Oscar was
Because you know what I think? You know what I think? I think if Oscar would have let Jaime go to Showtime, I think he would have beat Jermall.
Yes, he would have beat him.
I think he would have beat Jermall and he would have came back with the WBC title. I think he would have.
That was an easy fight, bro. They actually tried to make that.
They did. Showtime was gonna pay for it.
I was so mad. I was like, why
Jamal
not?
Duck.
That's an easy fight.
No, it wasn't Jermall that ducked. It was Oscar. He said if the zone is not involved, they don't want to do the fight. That's what he said.
Jules, I just want to say this. You know, I think for the betterment of boxing, Canelo has to lose this weekend.
Boxing is fine, bro. You gotta stop with now. You gotta stop with
it makes it funner, Jules. It does make it funner, though.
The 168.
Bro, I'm having fun. I don't know what the fuck y'all doing. I'm having fun. What the
Yo, y'all
fuck
doing that chaos bullshit, aren't y'all? That chaos bullshit.
He doesn't want
Fucking
Canelo to lose.
having fun when I got all this shit to look forward to. Better be versus Bivol. Motherfucking Ioka versus Martinez. Motherfucking Usyk versus Fury. Ruiz versus Miller. Crawford versus Madrimov. And listen, the other shit is, look, I'm gonna say this shit. While I love Tszyu versus Ortiz, I hope they fight. I hope.
Yeah, it's too good to be true. I ain't gonna lie.
I hope they fight.
You say Rick's throwing the monkey wrench and gonna fuck it up?
It's just, bro, this is shit way unbiased. Let me say this. Irrespective of Rick, we talking about a dude that literally missed a year and a half because he was sick. I'm supposed to trust him. The dude that ain't fight for a year and a half because he was sick.
What was he sick with? A coma?
Bro, I don't know. Yeah, rhabdo chicken wing something. Rhabdo.
It wasn't rhabdo. He literally said it was overheating.
I know the first time it was rhabdo. The second
Yes.
time he said he overheated. The point is, this is a dude that constantly has problems. That's the point I'm making.
He was killing himself to make the weight in the first place. He was malnourished and he overheated.
Michael, he didn't make 154 yet, bro.
Yeah. That is scary. I ain't gonna lie.
The dude been fighting at Super Kodo weight. The last two fights he been fighting at Super Canelo, Super Kodo weight. So how I know that when you trying to make 154, you're not gonna get sick.
And you know, if you look at his sides, like his love handles, it looks like they're still like fat. Like, you know what I mean?
Love handles.
So it's like, Getting down those 2 pounds might be tough for him, or he might have
But
to
it
push.
shouldn't be tough. Muscle weighs, I don't know. If you're muscular, it'll be harder. But if he got some flab on him, it's a pound and a half.
Bro, but the way that he is, if he pushes body, right, the fucking shit gonna start up again, bro.
That's why I'm saying that fat, like that looks like a big deal to me. That could flare up. I don't want to get it. I don't want to get to fucking fight week and then you're talking about, oh, he can't fight. Like that's just
bro.
gonna piss me off.
That's why I'm not like one. I think people bugging out. I want to say that I fuck with Virgil. Don't get it twisted, but I do think people bugging out, bro. The toughest dude you fought was Mean Machine, bro. That's the toughest dude you fought. Motherfuckers acting like Tim is a slouch. Like, yo, is y'all bugging? That dude done fought some people at 154, man. Fought some people.
They fought the same level, I guess.
Nah, you can't.
Nah, Tim got the edge at this point.
You can't say that, my dude. Nah, you can't say that.
Harrison.
He
fought more established, certified people, and at 154, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
like
154. Yeah.
And on top of that, Jules, Virgil's only fought 2 rounds in the last fucking 4 months.
In the last year and a half, he's only fought for 2 rounds, bro. And I'm like, and I seen how people was talking. They was getting on a super fan shit, and I don't argue. I'm like, whatever, you know. If you got Virgil, you got Virgil. But I'm just like, I don't see how you could come to that conclusion, my dude. The toughest dude he fought was Mean Machine. Brian Mendoza, I think, would beat Mean Machine. Man,
I mean, hey Jules, you can pick Ortiz, but the problem is all Tim got to do is get him to the deep waters.
Yeah, because
if it's a firefight early, then it's trouble potentially for Tim. But if he methodically works the fight and gets it to the 6th, 7th round, it's going to be probably a problem for Virgil, and I think Tim will take over the fight.
I think it's gonna be a slugfest because they'll both stand in front of each other.
Nah, but Tim is that I believe that is a fight that will not be won by the guy with the bigger guns, but the guy with the better defense. That's who I think wins that fight. That's what, and I'm leaning a little bit towards Tim because he is more methodical than Virgil. Virgil, when he let him go, he's a very dangerous man, but he can be caught. Absolutely, he can.
Yeah.
I remember Mighty Mo was putting paws on him. It's just Mo don't got power like that because he moved up. But I remember Mighty Mo was touching him. I remember Mean Machine was touching him.
I just wish Virgil had like another fight at 154 before going to Tszyu, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
I just think it's
agree with that.
Like, don't get me wrong, I'm excited for this fight. It's gonna be a banging ass.
Yeah, I don't understand how you beat the shit out of Delarme in a round. Why can't you get him a fight like in June? Like, what's stopping you from fighting in June?
Well, nah, I mean, you could, right? For June, right? Bing, you could. But the shit is in the beginning of August, my dude. That's tight. That's tight. You know what I mean? The thing is that it shouldn't have been Dulorme, is what it is. That you fought Frederick Lawson in a round. Cool. That's cool because you needed that. But it should have been somebody a little more known at 154. I don't think you should have threw him to the Wolves, but I'm saying that it should have been a dude from 54 that did something. You know, because you got to get used to these 54s. The way it is, you about to fight a solid dude at 54 that fought a lot of other solid 54s, and you haven't fought a real 54 yet. Bro, Dulorme used to fight at 140, B. Come on. Come on. He used to fight at 140. And then I seen the shit people saying. I'm like, yo, I like Virgil, but y'all bugging out. Like, yeah, y'all jumping off a cliff here. Like, I don't know if Virgil win that fight. If he can, awesome. Make me a believer. But I'm just looking at it like, yeah, I don't know if Virgil gonna win that fight, bro.
Yeah.
When's that
Virgil
fight?
is like
We'll bring IQ.
Virgil way better be it right now. Come on, Jules.
Say it again.
I was saying. Well, no, he was saying something.
Hold on. Go ahead, Caesar.
Yeah.
I was just saying that Virgil is the welterweight better BF right now.
Yeah, welterweight. This is junior middle.
For junior middleweight, my bad. For junior
he ain't
middleweight.
knock out, and I'm gonna say he not the junior middle better be because he ain't knocking one out yet. That's the point I'm making. Not only do I not know what you could really do to a 54, I don't know what you could take. You ain't fought a 54 yet.
Oh my
I
god,
think it'll be in my opinion. I think it'll be stronger.
Will he be strong? I believe he'll be stronger because he's not killing himself to make 147. But do I believe he'll be more durable? No. You haven't been in deep waters. How do I know? No fight you've had went the distance. No fight.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think the longest he ever went was 9 rounds against Mean Machine.
Mean Machine.
All Tim got to do is take him to the deep waters, man. After round 6, round 7, the fight probably changes.
Tim's gonna slug with him. I think he will.
Educated slugging, though.
No. See, this is
he'll do it better because he'll
wait.
behind
No.
his
Tim will fight him the way that he fought Takeshi Inoue, and he fought him catching, shooting, going to the body, catching, shooting, going to the body. Don't forget who's the mastermind. It's his granddaddy, bro. His granddaddy not no dummy. Yeah, let's just go out there and let's just fuck around. Fuck it. Just punch. Fuck it. Just punch with him, bro. Fuck it. See what happens. That ain't what his granddaddy gonna say. Nah, you know what he gonna do. He want a war. So we gotta turn this into a boxing match. Fight the boxer, box the fighter. If what Virgil wanna do is fight, then we gotta box. If what Virgil wanna do is box, then we gotta fight. That's how you do that. But we know Virgil ain't gonna try to box. He gonna try to knock you out because he is a knockout merchant. He believes in himself. He believes in his power. So what you gotta do to him is you gotta box him. You gotta box him. That's why I think the guy with the defense is the guy that wins that fight.
I feel bad for Tim Tszyu, in my opinion, because mate, the bait switch what the PBC did to him was unbelievable. Why in the first place? Why are you with the PBC, bro? Go back to Australia and bring people to Australia. You don't need fucking Keith Thurman. The bait switch, and why would he accept the fight?
Yo, when I seen that shit, I bugged out like, bro, who flies to America for Keith Thurman?
Bro. I don't
That's
even
crazy.
Really blame Tim Tszyu for that because I think he honestly wanted like the top dogs though, and just that I'm sure the PBC. I don't know. Just
no, I feel you, but I'm saying that if you George Rose, this is why I said this, right? Hold up, this is why I said this. If you George Rose and you Glenn Jennings, right? I could see y'all don't understand the American market because there's no reason for a domestic draw like Tim Tszyu to have to get on a plane for Thurman. No, Thurman, you should be getting on a plane for Tim. You should have had to go to Australia. Think about this shit, bro. Lomachenko next fight is in Australia. All right? Lomachenko. Thurman, get in the fucking plane, bro. You know when it was about Thurman. Before that, it was about Lubin, and I'm like, bro, you gonna come across all that water, be on that plane all them hours for Erickson Lubin.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like this, and like this, how I know that his team is stupid. Y'all can't look up like simple analytics. Like you see, the numbers are not good for Keith Thurman. They're better for other people. Like, you know
that's why I have no sympathy for anyone involved because. To me, it's like, okay, someone comes across a bee for the first time in their life. And they don't know what it is, and they get stung. Okay, you're fine. You know what it is now. You then fuck with a bee again? What, you think it was going to not sting you?
Yeah, why like the word should have been out when, yo, you always felt Thurman ain't want to fight you. Fast forward, you never got the fight, bro. At the drop of a hat, he left your ass. That should have been the signal right there to like, yeah, y'all just playing. Y'all playing like y'all wasn't trying to do this, B. Cause I thought his hand was hurt. What, his hand not hurt now? Oh, when Canelo, his hand not hurt. Fuck out of here. Shout out to my man ASVP. Call me crazy, but I want Bud versus Canelo. You never know, my dude. All things are possible with his excellency. You never know.
True story. Jules, didn't you already like really upset Lubin before?
Yeah, I did. He got mad at me, but I wasn't trying to get him mad. He did get mad at me though. Somebody else. I was on somebody else thread, right? And I had brought up, yo, Charlo knocked out Lubin in 34 seconds. Lubin got mad. The weird thing is, nobody was talking to Lubin. It wasn't on Lubin's thread or his post or his page. It's like, bro, you got knocked out. What the fuck? You want people to never talk about it again? You got knocked the fuck out, bro. Don't get mad at me. I said, don't get mad at me. Go get mad at Jamel. He the one that knocked your ass out. And he blocked me after that, but And he said, no. The other thing he said was, man, your ass don't know shit about boxing. I said, but I knew your ass was gonna get knocked out because I showed him the shit where I said he was gonna get knocked out. I don't know shit about boxing, but I knew you was gonna lose. Get the fuck out of here, man. It's not my fault. Like, and that's another thing. That's why I can't do that media. I can't be an interview guy because it's like, yo, these dudes, it's like you want me to kiss your ass, bro. The
Besides
dude
the
knocked you to.
ego.
Yeah, like you got knocked the fuck out. There's not a lot of nice ways for me to say that. You got knocked out. I wasn't even making fun of him either. I was just stating it as a matter of fact that, yo, the dude did get knocked out 34 seconds into the first round. I wasn't even trolling or nothing. Like I don't troll, bro. I don't do that. It was just a matter of fact statement. But if you gonna get tight, well, yeah, bro, I can't do media.
Do you have that live?
You do troll. You troll everything to Tank. You troll Tank at every turn.
I don't troll nothing. I call it what it is. A lot of his fans,
bro.
A lot of his fans is on some gay shit. I ain't even like, yeah,
he's gay though. Like this,
Jules, do you have that live?
He's gay, bro.
No,
that was on Twitter, bro. That wasn't a live. That was on Twitter.
And
that was
also
on Twitter.
Floyd confirmed it, bro. He confirmed.
That would have been a good live.
But who needed Floyd to confirm? Like, you could look at him like he be crossing his little toes and his little ankle. Like, yo, what's the matter with you, bro? You alright?
He's painting his nails and shit.
He has a purse. Stylize his ankle bracelet.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he probably got like vajazzle his butthole or some fruity ass shit. Like,
I wouldn't be surprised if he has ankle bracelets and shit.
Yeah, like
ankle monitor. Just gate up the ankle monitor. Just to paint it some pink.
This is ridiculous.
No, because the shit is. Put it this way: I don't get 5-10 mil, and then I'm gonna start wearing purses. Nah, why would I do that? Right? Nah, that don't make sense to me. Right? You wanted to wear that, bro. Like, it ain't the money, bro.
It's a man bag.
Dude, it's like green, B.
There's no such thing as a man's bag, bro.
Yeah, be like it's a
let me cape right now.
What you think he got in there? Some panty liner, some tampons, some mascara.
Come on. So disrespectful.
Glitter bottles.
Motherfucking, yo, he really got. Yo, the wild shit is if you open that shit, it's really gonna be panty liner in it, bro.
Like, Jules, but he has his five.
Fuck you need with panty liner.
He has 5 different flavors of lip gloss. That's what's in there.
Yeah, B. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, B. Like, motherfuckers keep trying to find a reason to like, oh, well, no, it's some style shit. No, fam, you just on some fruity shit. Fuck style. Like, what? So you started getting money and your butthole started opening up? Nah, you been like that, bro.
Bro,
it's the shit. Yo, I'm just saying. Why you hugged up? Go back. Bro, you and Brona both some weird dudes, bro. Y'all both, yeah, like y'all.
That's why Diddy hugged Tank.
Bro, I ain't paying attention to what they do. I'm more worried about what they do in the ring, man. Come on, this is crazy.
Get out of here. Nah, get out of here, B. Like that.
Put away
shit,
the fruit baskets, bro.
Motherfucking all these little Zane ass motherfuckers running around here. Like, get the fuck out of here, B. Trying to be all tough. I'm tough. No, motherfucker. You hide your ass.
Jews don't hate. They just brothers. They're brothers.
What the fuck has Tank Davis done in the ring to make us talk about that over this shit?
I don't know, bro, but I just, I'm used to it. What do you want? Hey, get out of here. But yeah, like that dude is a weirdo, bro. Like, I just don't like the weirdo facade shit. Like, man, get out of here, B. The point that I was making was the justification that he often receives from a specific group of guys has nothing to do with boxing. The only reason y'all capping for him like that is because, yeah, y'all motherfuckers is fruity too. It ain't got nothing to do with boxing. Y'all motherfuckers just, y'all like his little tattoos and shit, and then his socks is real little because he got low ass feet like a toddler.
Come on, bro. No.
Motherfucker got them little ass feet. Like, yo, this dude really look. If you look at Lord of the Rings, the difference in size between like Gandalf and the Hobbits, Yo, that's some real shit, B.
This shit ain't right. I'm the man that's in between because you're extremely on the against Tank, and then I see all the people that's extremely, bobbing for apples for Tank. I'm in the middle, and I can't take this. This is
How can
ridiculous.
you
This
be
is
in the
not right.
middle?
What
You
is
don't
there to
fight
be in the middle
nobody.
over? What are
You
you
don't
That he
fight
actually
defending?
nobody.
has
How can you
talent
be in the
in the
middle?
boxing ring.
Bro,
That he
you
has
keep
talent in the
saying he
boxing
got
ring.
talent. How could you be so convinced that he got talent when he don't never
That
fight?
talent in the boxing
Oh,
ring.
come on.
No,
Get out of
listen.
here.
Okay,
Devin
I
got
agree.
sporked out. Devin was getting sporked out by Ryan Garcia. Tank beat Ryan Garcia. Weight drain, not weight drain. End of the
Sick
day,
Ryan
that's the
Garcia, bro.
results.
Don't make me have to defend Ryan Garcia
Yo,
out here.
that's
Don't put me in
what's
that
wild to
position,
me is
Steven.
nobody should have to say. You could literally look at Ryan in both them fights. The dude looked like Kate Moss in the Davis fight. He looked like Kate Moss. And he looked like a whole middleweight with Devin. And I'm not knocking him for Devin, by the way. But I'm just saying that, bro, come on, Javon. No, you don't get credit for that. You put catch weight and rehydration on him. You was trying to make him sick, bro. You was trying to make him weak. What? Nah. Come on, B. Shout out to my man Oscar. Virgil had chlamydia. That's why he got the stash. Oh shit. He had the Clizap. He had the Clizap.
Yo, Jules,
But you
shout out
can't
to
see chlamydia though. I'm pretty sure, right?
Yo,
Yeah, they got
Jules,
like a cream or some shit.
shout out to chlamydia.
Shout out to chlamydia,
I
yo.
think
Shout out to the
you
Clizap.
just take a couple pills for that shit.
Yeah, it's like a bacteria. Like you got to take antibiotics for that shit.
Yeah.
RNS one said Ortiz's manager's still laying the groundwork for ducking Tim. I mean, I ain't heard nothing new, but it's just because of his reputation. Rick Mirrigan is the reason Ramirez didn't fight Prograis. He's the reason motherfucking Ramirez didn't fight Tszyu. That motherfucker will make a fight disappear. So it's like, look out. Look out.
Wait,
When is that
when is that Crawford and Madrimov card again?
August 3rd.
August 3rd.
Oh shit. Isn't Pitbull and Rye on the fight card too?
Yep.
Yeah, it's on that same show, yo.
Is it at 140 or 135?
It's at 140 for Isaac's belt. It's at 140.
Oh, because I heard that a couple months ago that he was gonna go back down to 135.
He did say that. He said that right after the Rolly fight, but he didn't say he was going to indefinitely. He said they were considering it up until His Excellency come in and throw all this money at his ass. Like, no, motherfucker, stay there, defend your belt. I mean, you look. If he make it through that, yo, make Teofimo versus Isaac, yo. Fuck it. Ooh, you know what I'm saying? Yo, Teofimo is too talented to be such a fucking idiot, bro.
Oh my God.
Oh,
I can't
on some real shit, cause he'll win that fight, bro. He'll win that fight. He might knock Isaac out.
But you know he's gonna wild out like on social media.
His own worst enemy, bro. His own worst enemy.
For real, honestly.
You know what? You know what really?
He's so talented.
Is
It's
that
disgusting.
What really drove me crazy is that like when I forgot who was interviewing, but they were talking about him possibly fighting Matthias and stuff like that. And he said like, oh, we sent him a contract, but his hand was hurt. But I seen him playing pool. I'm like, or eating. I'm like, you do know eating is different from punching something as hard as you can, right?
Like, yo, nah, and I ain't even gonna
like
get
you were
into
not serious about fighting.
It's
him,
like
bro.
it's hard to watch.
We saw him waving at somebody the other. We saw him waving at somebody the other day. He's full of shit. Look at him.
Right. Exactly. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? No, but see, and it's why it's certain. Like sometimes, like if I do a video, for example, about Chris Billum Smith versus Richard Riakporhe, for me, it's a breath of fresh air because I know ain't nobody gonna be glazing. Ain't nobody gonna be acting stupid. If I do a video about, say, Noel Gavor versus Ryan Rositsky, which is gonna be a great fight, I'm probably gonna buy that pay-per-view just to see that fight. I don't get none of the weird shit. But if you bring up Teofimo, if you bring up Ryan, any one of these young dudes, it's just all these little homos that just they show up like cockroach. Like, no, don't talk like that. Stop. Like, yo, get off his dick, B. I ain't say nothing crazy. You can get off his dick. Right?
Jules, I just want to take 2 minutes and just to say this. Look, thank God for His Double Excellency, His Highness the Turkey, Al Sheikh. You know what? If it wasn't for him, he's the Messiah we needed in boxing, bro.
Bro, I love that dude. And that's why when I talk about him in the videos, I don't just say Turkey Al Sheikh, I say His Excellency.
Excellency.
His excellency.
Jules, the thing is, he's not just an investor. He is a boxing fan. He knows his shit.
Yo, you could see that he's a bot because he was like, he told David, man, I don't know what you talking about. I don't know what you talking about, bro. But you could fight the winner of Better B versus Bevo. We can set that up for your ass. You could do that.
I also remember they asked him too, like, "Oh, who's your favorite fighter of all time?" He's like, "Is it Muhammad Ali?" He's like, they're giving him all like these like,
he said Roberto Duran, Larry Holmes, bro.
No, but they were, bro. They was giving him like the casual shit, like
he
like
said,
Tyson.
"Nah, Duran."
He said Duran and Larry motherfucking. That's when he said Larry. I was like, see, he's a boxing.
You knew it was what it was when he said that.
Because Larry was always highly skilled, one of the best, arguably best jab in boxing. Arguably, I want to say, arguably, you could, you might want to put Lennox in there, you might want to put Joe Louis in there, but it's not the point. For you to know of Larry, yeah, you a boxing fan. Mm-hmm. You would have to be. You would have.
And he said Duran because not a lot of people give Duran his props, bro.
Bro, Duran is that dude. Like, yo, every day that I wake up on this earth, I have half a mind to let my hair grow because my shit look like Duran's when I grow it out. Like, it really look like that. Like, I want to have my shit all moving and shit and styled and fluffy and like
feeling like that. That's how you feel.
I'll be feeling like that. Like, yo, I'll be virile in a motherfucker out here, beard all out with the hair all out. But,
fucking Jules, you look like Vinny Barbarino or what?
Damn.
Yo, he burst my bubble well quick, B. Why you had to do that, B? I was feeling myself just now, yo.
Hey, Jules, now you got to do the Barbarino dance because of that.
Feeling myself just now, B. Like, yo, summer coming, I might let my shit grow out, my lion mane out here, B. Duran out here. Shout out to my man, real dude. Tio is mad talented, but is not confident in himself. If he should be, as he should be, there's no more there ain't no takeover, bro. That dude ain't taking over nothing, bro.
You want to be a promoter, bro.
Yeah, as soon as that stewardess put a little bit of airline pussy on him, his whole world went crazy. Just a little bit of airline food pussy. And he bugging out now. Like, it's not the takeover no more.
Jules, that chick is like that video that Drew tagged you in about that crazy Dominican chick.
Yeah, nah, I ain't gonna lie. That joint, that was a nice look. I ain't gonna front. That was a nice. Where the fuck does Drew be finding all these fucking videos?
I don't know, but that joint was pretty tight. I have to admit.
The bounds of the interwebs.
Yo, but yeah, what's another fight? Like, so I want to go to Michael because I like fucking with Michael. Michael, what's gonna happen in Benavidez versus Gvozdyk? Like, what do you believe is gonna happen? What does your Michael Canadian sense tell you?
Oh, he fell asleep again.
Oh shit, they got Michael. Let me see.
He fell asleep again.
They fucking got him, bro.
Gvozdyk is gonna get
Trudeau got his ass
robbed. He's gonna get robbed.
Ignacio, what you? All right, let me go to Ignacio. Ignacio, what you think about that fight, bro?
I'm kind of torn on that one, Jules, because like I said a while back when they announced it, I like Gvozdyk. I'm just not sure that we're getting like the best version of Gvozdyk because he's only fought 3 times since he came back. He fought like a bunch of journeymen. He ain't fought a whole lot of rounds. So I just think the Benavidez went out of their way to make this like a very strategic pick. And I think that Gvozdyk will probably give him problems all the way up until maybe about 8 or 9. And then I think somehow, some way, fucking Benavidez is going to figure out a way to steal that fight. Like, I just don't see Gvozdyk.
We'll see, because it upsets happen, right? Like, I see genuine miscalculation energy. I see that energy that I'm like, y'all thinking shit is sweet. That's why y'all picked him. Y'all really thinking shit is sweet out here. And I ain't forget that for 5 of the first 6 rounds, the first 6, Caleb was boxing your socks off. I think Gvozdyk could do better than that. That's why I feel
totally possible.
That's why I feel like I dig what you're saying, but I'm like, yo, dog, when Caleb had energy, he was for real. He for real won 5 rounds. On 2 of the judges' scorecards, he won 5 out of first 6. That was fucking Caleb, bro, who we all know has gas tank issues. Motherfucking Gvozdyk is a bigger dude with a bigger punch. Maybe he could get more respect. He covers more space in the ring. I'm like, yeah, I don't know, B. Maybe they rob him. I don't know, but I'm like, yeah, David, you couldn't knock out fucking Plant, bro. You gonna knock out this dude? You are? I don't know. We'll see. I don't know.
I can see the logic they're going with the Benavidez camp because they're thinking, oh, Benavidez is a guy who gets in close, throws a lot of punches, and Gvozdyk, what happened when he got in the ring with Better Beef, who also gets in close, throws a lot of punches. Difference is, though, that's the vaguest of similarities between the two, and they end there.
Honestly, yeah, because David doesn't have the concussive power that Artur has. Like he's an accumulation guy. He has to hit you a lot, and then he'll wear you down. But Better Beef is like, yeah, that's different, bro. That dude,
different ballpark.
Wait, motherfucker said, I said it before. The motherfucker said he sparred Better Beef. And he said, yo, this dude, he hit me and it felt like I got hit by a car, bro.
That's what David said?
Wait,
no, David said? What his sparring partner said. Artur's sparring partner. So, look, I'm going to go take a piss. Wait. I'm gonna go. Shut up. I'm gonna go take a piss.
Oh, you shut up, damn it.
Shut up. I'm gonna go take a piss. I'm gonna go take a piss. Sing songs of glory.
Country, you gotta respect the elderly.
Oh, let him go write his name with his piss in the goddamn toilet. Then the big question is this: can David take Gvozdyk's punch?
Obviously not. Oh, well, actually, I actually don't know. Probably not, honestly.
Wait. Can David stop Gvozdyk? Is that
no? Can David take Gvozdyk's punch? That's the question.
Because David hasn't faced many big punchers, and Gvozdyk is going to be the biggest puncher he's faced to date, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong.
But what about David Lemieux?
David is just scared of big punchers. That's what it is. That's why they're hyped up on him because he makes easy fights look like easy fights.
That's why he's not. That's why he don't want to fight Morrell.
Has he been knocked down several times, even though he hasn't fought a big puncher?
He got outboxed by Caleb Plant. That's all I needed to see from a basic ass fighter. That's why I don't have no confidence in Benavidez. He's a fucking basic Frankenstein looking guy.
I'm not saying he's going to outright lose, but I'm just saying that is a big question that needs to be answered because, I mean, Gvozdyk could very well be past it and then Benavidez could win. But I don't think he's faced anybody like Gvozdyk before. And that's what makes it kind of interesting is, are they actually underestimating him?
Is Gvozdyk a pretty big guy, though? Is he like 6 foot?
No, Gvozdyk's pretty big, and he's a punter. That's the big thing. This is David's first punter that he's facing. He's coming up in weight, so David's gonna feel good at this weight. I don't know for how long.
How y'all feel if it's a draw? It comes out as a draw.
How do you predict the draw?
I'm saying because David hasn't faced anyone from 175.
No draws.
Anything other than a David win would be bad for David. Straight up.
No draws. You want these draws? No draws.
Oh my god.
If it's a draw, on the PBC card, it was probably a robbery.
But you also got to think too that David's been at 168 for how many years now?
10 years. 10 years. He did
over a decade. Over a decade, actually.
No, this is 11 years. He debuted in 2013.
Right, over a decade.
Yeah.
You think he might be like weak from just being at 168 for that long?
Yeah. I think his first fight at 175, he won't be that weak. But
Michael, you're supposed to go for Better BF if he faces Benavidez because he's from Canada.
Yeah, I mean, like Better BF versus David. No, Better BF wins that easy.
That's an easy fight.
That's an easy ass fight, bro. That's an easy fight.
Motherfuckers don't like to hear that. Talking of David Benavidez and Mirage is in there. He goes up. David Benavidez fought punches. He fought Triple G when he was a kid.
Not even that, but you talking about sparring sessions, man. Like we gotta stop You talking about because he sparred him at Big Bear? Like, come on, B. Like, that's not.
So,
yo,
Jules,
whose mic is that, yo? Damn.
Yeah, what is with these shitty ass mics, man? Y'all motherfuckers. Go ahead, country.
So, question for you, like I asked those guys: do you think Benavidez is actually going to be able to deal with Gvozdyk's power, his punch? Because up to date, this got to be the biggest puncher he's ever faced, right?
Yeah.
To me, the problem is two things. It's the power, and it's that Gvozdyk is gonna set him up. He's gonna move around. Gvozdyk is not a flat-footed fighter. Watch any of his fights. He move around. He box. He use his height. He set up the power shots. It's hard to imagine that a dude that can't break a clinch with Caleb, oh, you just gonna out muscle this dude. I gotta see it if you gonna do it, because it's like, well,
and that's another big thing. At this weight, all the shit that you were getting away with at 168, you can't do that here. Like, you're actually gonna have to jab and move in. Like, you can't just outsize these guys and do those little flurries that you normally do. Like, Gvozdyk is just as big as David. He is just
on
as
some
big.
shit. And you know, if David manages to win, hey, good on him, right? And then you could go to His Excellency, go fight fucking winner of Better B versus Bivol. What is the problem?
You won't
right
do that.
there. Go ahead. Like, you the monster. You the monster. Go ahead, do your thing.
Oh, my contract, Jules. I got contract.
That's what I said in the top of the show, that I'm like, yo, when they asked him, oh, the way my contract is set up, so that 4 weeks later, yo, Isaac is at the zone. Rayo is at the zone. Not forever, but I'm saying they over there. They got a fight over there. You know what I'm saying? Ruiz is at the zone. Tszyu is at the zone. Wild is at the zone. But when my contract is set up, man, get out of here with it. And that's why I'm like, yo, I don't got the energy for that. I'm like, yo, that dude is just playing with y'all, man. Him, his father, Samson, they just playing. Like, them dudes is not. Come on, B.
Well,
is it true that Benavidez's last fight is coming up on this fight right now, that he has to renew the contract after this fight?
My dude, according to his daddy, right, at the beginning of last year, he said we just signed a 3-fight extension with the PBC. Now count. He had the Plant fight, that's 1. Exactly. He had the Andrade fight, that's 2. The Gvozdyk fight, that makes 3. So if what he said is true, you should be a free agent.
It don't matter.
And another question: what fights if he plans on making this campaign in the light heavyweight division, what does the PBC have to offer him in that division? I mean, just
David
realistically
Morrell.
speaking, that's it. I've seen what they're doing with David, but David's over there fighting on a matchroom card right now as well. So I don't know how David Morrell's situation is looking, but
that's another. I literally forgot that David Morrell versus Hot Rod is on that shit. The Hot Rod fight is on that shit. So it's like, for David to say,
fight?
Yeah, Hot Rod, the only dude the only time that Hot Rod looked bad was with Brown, I want to say, right? With Marcus Brown, the Kalajic fight. Other than that, Hot Rod just coming off of beating the shit out of Barrera. Now, I know Barrera old, but still, like, yo, he beat the shit out of Barrera. That was a pro box fight. So, yeah, I would rate that. That's a 3-star fight. Like, yeah, that's a solid fight for a first fight at 175. Yeah, that's a solid fight. I like that fight. But, it's like, David, what you doing, man? Like, what are you doing? David Benavidez, I'm saying, like, what are you doing?
I got confused.
The bread is there. Like, if it's about the bread, no, the bread is there. Like, Turkey will pay you to fight the winner of that fight, my dude. The bread is there.
Is it safe to say, if he's serious that he doesn't renew his contract, that he makes a move towards the zone, towards a Turkey, towards a matchroom, towards something that gets him closer to those fights? Even Canelo, right? He's done with this fight too.
He might be like, cause what after that? What, Charlo? Come on, be like, yeah, let me stay over. But right, and I don't even like that fight. Like, I ain't gonna lie. If Canelo fight that motherfucker, I'm pissed. Like, nah, we not doing this.
That shit's wild,
we not doing this shit, bro. Like, I support Canelo. I cannot, like, no, B. I've been waiting all my life for Diego Pacheco to punch that motherfucker in his chest. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see Canelo versus Berlanga, bro. What the fuck are we doing? If anything, I'd rather see Crawford versus Canelo. than that shit.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
same. I ain't gonna lie.
I
Same.
want to see that dumb. Like
How
that's
does
just a
Edgar get to
mismatch,
skip
bro.
the line? How does he skip the line like that to
Bro,
be
I don't know. I
mandatory?
think it's a mixture of things that like some people do want to see him get his ass beat. So
Hey, yo,
That's trying to force the Puerto Rican market.
you know you can't in Canada. They've banned betting on WBA events
oh yeah, I
because
heard
of
about that.
integrity. Ain't
Hmm
that some shit?
The WBA crooked as shit. You know that they putting all the belts back out there, right? Behind the scenes, the super, the interim, the gold. They're putting them all back out there.
Of
I've
course
been
they
seeing
are.
all the reports I've been seeing. They starting off quiet. They're doing it with the girls right now, and little by little, they're gonna do it with the guys too. They're gonna bring back the interim, the gold, the super. They're gonna start all that bullshit all over again.
Jesus
Motherfuckers.
Christ, man, get
Yo,
rid of
time's
these
gonna
What
guys.
come
about
soon when
what do you think about potential fight? Because I don't know, because I saw them take a picture together. What about Berlanga versus Daniel Jacobs?
I mean, I'll take it.
I'll
I'll
take it.
take it.
That's a good
I'll
one.
take it.
But like, who do you
But
think will
Daniel
win that
ain't
fight?
Daniel. The shit is that look. The shit is that I take it because of the potentiality that Danny get on some shit. But at the same time, yo, Danny really ain't fought since that John Ryder fight, bro. That shit was 2 years ago, I think. Minute.
Yeah, no, that was a long time ago. That was
That's a
2021, bro.
minute. Yo, that's
That was
bro. That's a minute
2021.
ago, bro. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like if you go in there flat, yeah, Danny, fucking Edgar might get your ass because you like, bro, like, you know what I mean? Like that's like a cash out fight almost, you know? Like, yeah, let's do it at the Barclays. I need another check. Shout out to my man Will. It's hilarious how I haven't seen a single fan of Benavidez say he could beat the nail. They only talk about Canelo. Is yo, talk about it, my dude, because that shit is crazy. They ain't even talking about that fight. That's a good fight, by the way, though. Like, not no cap. Who on camera? Somebody on camera. I'm about to look. That look like Virgil Woods. I seen your ass, country.
That
I
was
seen your ass.
accidental. That was accidental, man.
I fucking seen you, yo. I know what you look like. They're going biased. That's my cousin. He's not. He's really biased, but he says he's unbiased, but
He's
he
biased
No,
biased.
I'm
towards Tank.
unbiased about most things.
Bro, he's super duper
Nah,
biased,
you
bro.
can't
No,
be
I'm
called
not. I'm
unbiased,
unbiased
bro.
about most
Then
things.
change your
Now
name,
listen.
bro. Then change your
Now
name.
listen. The shit is that it's
Don't
true
tell
what
me what
Will
to do.
it's true what Will says. Nobody paints baby into a corner. It's true what Will says that that's actually a good fight, but when you talk to the Benavidez, they don't talk about that fight like at all, like at all. You know what I mean? They just like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you, yo? The fuck is wrong with you? Like, he not fighting Canelo next, and Canelo not fighting him. Canelo fighting Munguia, then David fighting Gvozdyk. Why don't you talk about that? What, you scared? Are you afraid? You know what I'm saying? Old bitch ass fan base, man. Like, that shit crazy. Like, that's actually a good fight, but like, I'm buying that pay per view. I'm buying it. Like, yes, those two fights, separately, it's not worth it. On one show, yeah, I'll buy that. I'll buy that. Separately, Tank versus Frank, nah, homie. But together with some other shit, yeah, I'll fuck with it. I'll fuck with it. You know. Frank might beat him. I don't know.
I got Frank for
Droopy
the
eye,
upset.
droopy eye Frank. You know what I'm saying? He's different. Like, that's a deviation from the kind of matchmaking that Javante usually has. Like, yeah, it's
He's
a
going to
deviation.
beat Frank.
Frank can punch. He can punch. I give him that. He got his
Frank can make this
deficiencies, but he could
competitive.
punch.
He
He
can
can
make
make
this
Yeah,
it.
he can
competitive.
punch, but can he knock out Tank? No, I don't think he can knock out Tank.
I
He can
don't
punch.
know, man. I mean,
But
like, cause Tank
you don't
Tank
got
really
enough.
ain't. The shit is unbiased. What punchers did Tank fight that could have cracked his little ass?
Ryan.
At
Ryan
136.
Garcia.
Gamboa.
Shit, bro. Like, yo, Ryan looked like Kate Moss in that fight, bro. Like, he looked like the machinist in that fight. You seen the machinist with Christian Bale? He
Yup.
looked like the
Wow.
machinist in that fight, bro.
He looked like Anne Hathaway.
For real, like Anne Heche. You know what I'm
You're
saying? Y'all dried
stupid.
up and shit. Like, nah, come on, B. Like,
Wait,
that
not
shit
not
don't
to
count.
segue,
Hey,
but
was
so
they
that means
dried up? What kind of shit going on?
with all this happening with Turkey, PBC, we've seen the PBC fighters on this August 3rd card. There's no opinions on what this looks like, what this might be. I mean, what is Turkey doing? What's the PBC doing? You hear rumors about Al Heyman stepping down, and obviously, what does it look like?
The shit that I heard, the rumor that I heard after that Tank pay-per-view, that's what I heard. But I don't like to just say that. That's just what I heard, right? But if you look at it, it's like, if you think about it. If Isaac is fighting on the zone, or Isaac fighting on the zone, Rayo fighting on the zone, David Morrell fighting on the zone, Tszyu fighting on the zone, Wilder fighting on the zone, Ruiz fighting on the zone.
Right.
What do y'all have to do y'all own shows? Because I think about it. Well, Benavidez is fighting on Tank shit. Stephen Fulton is fighting on Tank shit, right? Motherfucking Amantis Stanti Kansopoulos, he said this is his last fight with the PBC. He said this is a one-off. That's what he said. Mario Barrios, yeah, he might stay there. He might not. He might go fight Conor Ben. He might go fight. You see what I mean? It's like, what do y'all have to do a schedule from now until the end of the year? What do you have? So,
yeah, from the outside looking in, it looks like this somebody's bending the knee. I think a lot of people are sleeping on the idea of Turkey and why he's over here and what he's putting together. I mean, Canelo's got a one-off fight. David Benavidez is on his last fight with the PBC. He might renew. I don't know. His opportunities, he even said it in an interview, he don't got no high heavyweight opportunities with the PBC. His best fight he's looking at is David Morrell. He doesn't sound like he wants to come back down to 168. For what? Canelo don't want to fight you, and David Morrell is leaving the division. So what's PBC gonna do?
They don't got nothing. You see what I mean? And I seen Canelo a little over a week ago talk about maybe I fight Bivol. Maybe I fight the winner of that fight. So hey, the fuck, and where they at? They on the zone, my guy. You got to get with the winner. Listen, man, I said it from get. The zone ain't going nowhere, bro, because they strategy is a winning strategy. I know a winning strategy when I see it. Whereas the PBC strategy it was never sustainable. If you really want to know, put it in a sentence. Where did they go wrong? The way you guys do business is not sustainable. You cannot be a biosphere. Some of these fights, you have to work with other promoters often enough that you capture the boxing community's imagination, because people are cheap. They don't want to buy everything. So you gotta keep them involved and excited. You putting Rolly in there with who? With Jackson Mourinez and
the biggest example for you is Queensbury. Where was Queensbury a couple of years ago, 2 years ago, a year ago? And now look where they are.
Facts. They got some motherfuckers. I like Hamza Shiraz. I like him. He might low key, he might be there, Mo. I don't know, but he's big for middleweight, dog. Like, that's a big middleweight, and he hit hard. So I don't know, B. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Hamza Shiraz, bro. Plus, I like saying that shit because I feel like I'm like in Saudi Arabian shit on the camera. Hamza Shiraz.
You're from Pakistan, you waste man.
Listen, bro, I don't know shit, bro. All right, I'm fucking retarded. All right, so
you're
I
American.
Didn't even know
that's where you are.
Shout out to my man from Pakistan, Hamza Shiraz. I'll be
a British Pakistani.
Motherfucking Will says, sometimes I don't know who's more corrupt. The WBA that is making Barroso wait and word, they fucking him over again, or putting Berlanga next in line for Canelo for the WBC that has just as many belts but won't strip Charlo. You know that's the story that's not being told. That here you got Rayo moving up from 135 up to 140 when Barroso right there, he the interim. He's literally the mandatory, but they giving a shot to Rayo. Wow, that's fucked, bro. That's fucked, man. I don't think that dude never gonna get a title shot quite as Cap.
I have no respect for anyone who pays WBC or WBA sanctioning fees at this point.
They just gonna get him a steak dinner and a new tracksuit, bro. They know that dude ain't getting no title shot, bro. They're just gonna get him an Applebee's gift coupon joint in a new fucking Asics tracksuit. You know what I'm
Jules,
saying?
give it 2-3 years. Let me just say this, bro. Sorry, 2-3 years down the line, I think this Riyadh belts, I think they're gonna be the ones to go for the undisputed belts. That's it. That's the title you're fighting for. Fuck the rest. That's what Turkey Al-Sheikh should do first.
Yeah, but Turkey Turkey is a real boxing fan, and Turkey likes the process, which I admit that I like the process too, the process of elimination, champions versus champions, because that allows you to build a fight. That allows you to build up the reputation and the interest with the performances, because the performances and unifying, it's all a part of the spectacle. You know that no, it's not enough that just this guy and that guy. You need that build up. You need that backstory. Like, why is Better B versus Bivol so good? Because we've been waiting for it for a while, and they've been doing their thing. Better B's been doing his thing. B, this dude is still a juggernaut out here, and Bivol's still out here looking confused and boxing motherfuckers, and jabbing and just looking sleepy all the time. It's a great fight, bro. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of need that I guess restraint, that process of unifying titles until ultimately there's just two men left standing to unify. You know, you kind of do need that to build the fight, you know? Because, like, say Better Beef and Bivol would have fought 4 years ago. Well, no, 4 years ago, that wouldn't be what it is today. That wouldn't be. I'm not saying that every fight needs to be marinated, no, but I do think in the greater scheme of things, because we had to wait so long, that's a part of what makes it so like, yo, I don't even know who's gonna win, bro. I don't know. I can't wait to find out.
We all can't.
Who do you think, Jules?
I'm leaning towards Bivol. I'm leaning towards Bivol, but like I said, you can't count Artur out. Like, nah, you can't count him out, bro. This dude brings the fucking pain, bro. Dude brings
That's what I was saying a year and a half ago. Like Bivol is, but now, like, bro, don't know, man. Hey, that's why we love it. 50-50 fight.
Yeah, bro. That's a true.
I would love to see
bro.
Artur. I would love to see Artur sleep.
That's the thing, though. I mean, Bivol could be doing great and moving in and out and winning the fight, and one punch from Artur could just change the whole entire thing.
That's on some real shit. Like one punch from Artur and Bivol just my skills. They are my skills.
They no longer pay bills.
My skills. My chest
skills
hurts.
pays the bills.
My skills and my chest hurts. You know what I'm saying?
No, but when I saw Better Beef just running backwards on the treadmill like that and not like slow down at all, I was like, nah, stamina ain't gonna be a problem with this guy, bro.
Nah, I don't think stamina is gonna be a problem. It's just gonna be breaking. Like I said, the key for Bivol is to break his rhythm. That's the key. Break his rhythm. Don't let him get settled in. When he comes forward, pop him in his face, back him off with a right, then get out before he can counter. You got to break his rhythm because he has a rhythm, and that's how he's able to wear these guys down. You know, it's easier said than done, though. All things are, but yeah, that's what he has to do. He has to break his rhythm. You know, it's not easy, man.
I got Fury, man.
Fury versus Usyk, man. Ooh. That's I've been waiting for that.
Yeah,
the good thing is also that it's not just the big ones. There are also really good fights in between. There's really good fights in between that there are also good fights that are gonna happen. You know, so we got a lot to look forward to, you know? A lot to look forward to. They're probably gonna do Inouye. If Inouye knocks out Neri, they're probably gonna do the MJ fight in Saudi. The MJ Akhmadaliyah fight, because that's the next mandatory.
Would love to see that fight, Jules.
That's a beautiful.
That's a good fight. That's a good fight. I've been wanting to see that for a while.
Floyd owe people money, bro. You gonna help him?
Fucking.
He's making $300 million a month. What does he need my help for?
Swear, Ray. This motherfucker's is a whole government by himself. Like, yo, what real estate is you? What are you down with that you getting $300 million a month, bro? You get like shout out to Ishay Smith because he said it best. So you saying you get more money than Jordan, more money than Tiger, more money than Braun? Get out of here.
Where are you in the Forbes list?
Where
are you in the Forbes list?
bro? in any capacity, as an athlete or just as a mogul. Like, yo, dog, if you getting 300 mil a month, my guy, bro, you are the Forbes list, bro. It's you. It's you.
People are banging down your door to learn your secrets. Like, what are you trading in?
Yeah, yo, like the fuck, like, yo, that dude was just lying, bro. But yo, that's crazy. Yo, they
Jules,
said I heard a rumor. It's only for 2 mil, 2 mil in jewelry. That's what I heard.
I Jules, a person that let me just say this: a person that always talks about money and how much I earn and how great I am, but that person is broke.
I mean, they're more iconic duo. But I heard that the thing was that it was a friend of his that took the jewelry, and while he did pay for it, they're like, "Nah, we don't want the money. We want the fucking jewelry." So he's on the hook for that because he keeps surrounding himself with broke people. But that honestly sounds like some cover story bullshit to me. He owes money to people.
I don't even, man. Listen, those don't sound like the problems that a person that is getting 300 million a month would have.
Well, let me ask you guys this: is the security team and bodyguards and all that, are they being detained too along with him? Because I thought he had a security team.
No, fuck around, they are. You fuck around, they are. They trapped over there, bro.
Where did?
What kind of security team do you think he has, country? Like you think he's got a bunch of army of John Wicks and Jason Bournes?
It's them same dudes. It's that same dude from before, the Italian dude that wear the little ass, skinny ass t-shirts. Like, bro, get shirts your size, my dude. What you doing? You know what I mean? Dude, puffy as shit. It's the same security dude because he always had, like, he more or less has the same security team. I don't really think he changed them dudes much. But listen, man, like I said, those do not sound like the problems that a person who's getting 300 mil a month would have. They don't, bro.
Where is he detained? Before
I don't know. I mean, no, I heard. I don't know where in Dubai, bro. They just said he's in Dubai. He can't leave. That's what they said.
He went to Dubai, baby.
His ass can't come back.
Hey, we don't fuck around over here, Jules. No matter how much money you got, you can't fuck around here.
No, I mean, like, I bet, like, you can see that you can just see that there's something going on, you know? You can just see that, like, yeah, something ain't right about the dude, you know? You going over there, you being in these weird commercials and shit. You know what I mean? Like, you selling gel blasters, you know? Something ain't right. Like, yo, who the fuck told you to start selling jelly bean blasters, bro? Like, what's going on?
I'll tell you one thing: he better not be scamming nobody over there like he did over here with some people, man, because he'll really be up shit creek then.
Remember, Logan said that he scammed him. Logan did say that he didn't pay him all his money. Logan did say that. So
he
Floyd
scammed
is
the scammer.
Dude, bro.
Wasn't he also involved in that one of those cryptocurrencies too?
That's what I was talking about.
Cryptocurrency and ticket scalping, because he had a lawsuit. He had an open lawsuit about 2 years ago, in reference to ticket scalping. So, you know, he got problems, man. And you could say that, yeah, people with money have problems. I'm just saying that being detained for something like some jewelry and shit like that, that doesn't seem like something that a guy who's making 300 million a month would be all wrapped up in. It doesn't, you know, so. And the fact that you would lie about something like that, like, basic math will tell you there's no way in hell that Floyd is making that. So he's got what, 12 point something billion by the end of the year?
Every year.
Yeah,
Jules, you should have heard Coach Malachi imitate Lawrence Ellerby freaking out on the phone talking to Floyd. Oh my God, it was comedy gold. That shit was so hilarious. I told Coach Malachi, if there's a GoFundMe for Floyd, I want to see it.
Yeah, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's just like, it's conceivable that he spent all the money because, well, at the end of the day, how many chains and watches do you need? You know, that's what he's buying, chains and watches and shit like that. How much more of that shit do you need, my dude? Who you trying to impress?
Well, you know, every time
damn near 50 years old.
Every time the car runs out of gas, it's time to buy a new car. That's the deal with Floyd.
Fuck around, that's what he do. Shout out to Will. I'm surprised all those people who have been arguing with Jules over the years about the PBC and Floyd haven't started a GoFundMe because yo, the shit is that a lot of that's why the arguing thing it's not worth it because a lot of the people that used to argue about this stuff, they don't even talk about boxing anymore. They gave up. That's why it was never a good use of time to focus on those people. And I'm telling you, as this situation continues to unfurl, you're gonna see a lot of people that they're not gonna have the stomach for boxing anymore because they can't handle being that wrong. Like, yeah, you were wrong, dog. Like, you thought the PBC was gonna be Shangri-La or some weird ass shit, some Valhalla type shit.
PBC,
yeah, just ask a Spence fan.
Hey, but you know what, though? Here's the best part about all that. If you are truly objective in your assessment of what you think an outcome is going to be, you're not going to have a problem with being wrong. It's you only gonna have a problem with being wrong if you have emotions involved or if you're tied.
That's because they turned that shit. The real problem with the thing is that they turned that shit into something that it wasn't. If you saying you don't like PBC shows, it's not A, B, C, and D. It's just, oh, well, you don't like the quality of the card, or maybe you don't like how the brand does business. But what they tried to turn it into was to mean something else. Like, no, we ain't talking about nothing else other than boxing, dog. Stop trying to turn it into some other shit. We just talking boxing. Like, yeah, y'all motherfuckers do too many pay-per-views. That's what we talking about. Yeah, y'all motherfuckers do too many pay-per-views. Like, you bugging out. Like,
yeah, that's what they do, fam. What they do is they try to change the narrative to fit their little biased asses. You know what I'm saying? That shit we ain't rocking with that.
Yeah, they tried to make it business, but we knew it wasn't business because it never made business sense. So it became some high loyal, and then they even, I'm a black man, bro. If y'all don't hear the bass in the voice, you feel me?
Bro, I got your social security number and all that, bro. I got you. I got the file,
you already know.
So hold on, he's black by a social security number?
Listen,
because of the numbers they use. You know how it is, Alex. You work for the government.
Mathematics.
Institutional racism, baby.
But go ahead, bro.
Yeah, but they were pushing. They started pushing the energy of the black promotional company trying to make it, and everybody trying to hold the black promotional company down, and that narrative just got weak because this is boxing. This isn't, this isn't politics as much as you guys want it to be. We knew you guys exposed yourself once things that didn't make sense. You guys were trying to squeeze circle pegs inside of square holes, and you started making extreme. And even now, when you guys are talking about trying to justify why what Turkey's doing is not good for boxing, you're just exposing how biased you are to it. And now with the PBC even having conversations with Turkey and putting their fighters on the card, you guys are looking ridiculous. Al ain't even loyal to you guys enough to not do something to make you guys look stupid while you're saying what you're saying out in the streets.
It's the crazy shit that I'm like, yo, where y'all motherfuckers is really sitting here acting like you got to be loyal to Al. Al is not loyal to y'all. The only color Al care about is green, my dude, because this is boxing. It's a bit like that's what I'm saying. That I'm like, yo, like, look, man, I understand that the world is the way the world is, and certain shit, yeah, there's a time and a place for certain conversations. But if you sitting there telling yourself these fairy tales about Al Heyman and what color he care about, yo, the only color he care about is green, the same as everybody else, bro. That's the only color that matters, bro.
Okay, if you look at from the Al Heyman perspective, it kind of made sense at the time to think about it because, look, Al Heyman is a music guy. He's in the music business. So artists have venues and have concerts, and fighters have fights. They're both events, so it made sense in some way to try to make the business of music, try to make it equal to boxing. Because if you have a guy that's always going to win, always going to have the fights in-house, the people are going to buy it. And let's be real. In the music industry, there's a bunch of guys that take into consideration race, politics, and all those kinds of shit to sell. And it works. But for some reason, in boxing doesn't work in the same way. maybe work a little bit for Gervonta Davis, maybe, but for all the other guys, it didn't work.
I'll tell you why it doesn't work in boxing the way it does in the music industry. So let's say Claymore makes a song and the song hit. You know, the song hit, it's in the radio and it's doing real good. You might be getting money off that song for years, off of that one song or that one album, you know, depending on how hard it hit. You might be getting money off of that a while. That's not going to work in boxing because boxing is a sport. It's a sport. It has to have a basis in reality. Your fighter has to have actual ability, and you cannot substitute that ability with anything else. Sooner or later, it's going to come out. That's why it doesn't work in boxing. The gimmicks and the smoke and the mirrors and all. Yeah, sooner or later, you're going to get found out. Sooner or later, because the people are going to be the ones demanding that you go fight this guy, go fight that guy. The people that you're hoping to turn into customers. It's never going to work in boxing. The biosphere approach, the round robin approach, that's temporary. Like, yeah, Top Rank does that. They're doing that right now at 135, but they don't always do that. Remember, Lomachenko Linares was Top Rank versus Golden Boy. They don't always do that. Whereas it's like with the PBC, it's like, well, y'all always wanted to do that. Like, you never wanted to make the Crawford fight. Come on now. We could see you never wanted to make that fucking fight. You know, it's just after a while, you don't really have a choice.
And Julius even goes really goes beyond that. Because in the case of Gervonta Davis, you cannot even go for the, I am the household name, I am the face of boxing. Ryan Garcia is about to eclipse you. And he didn't, he lost to you. But if the pay-per-view goes better than the Frank Martin fight, it's over.
Bro, manín, ya se acabó. This is what I'm saying, that there's an unpredictability in boxing. That's why boxing is it's the ultimate microcosm for life, because there isn't an exact formula to make a star. What made Oscar De La Hoya a star, for example, or what made Floyd a star is not necessarily the same thing. Or for Manny Pacquiao, no, it's not the same thing. So when Orion, who is nowhere near as accomplished as those fighters, and let's be honest, he's never going to be as good as they are in terms of boxing, but he's still a star. There's an X factor that boxing has, that there's always an air of spontaneity. There's always room for surprises. That Gervonta could go in there and knock this kid out, and this kid could still eclipse him in terms of profile and marquee value. Yeah, boxing is weird like that, man. It is, though. Like, it's weird like that. You know, so
many different factors. I mean, you know,
it's weird like that, you know, because that's where Ryan going with the shit. Like, hell, I'm not even happy about the shit, but I do have to acknowledge that, like, look, man, that kid, if he just keep up his crazy TikTok shit and being that fucking weirdo, they like that shit, man. I don't, but they do.
Yeah, when he stamps it with a performance like that in the ring, it just brings it full circle for everybody. You know what I'm saying? They're like, if that's what we got to see and look at to get that, we in. We tapped in. You know what I mean?
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Well, hey, man, I can't be mad at him. He made a shit ton of money. I can't be mad at him for that.
No, and look, at the end of the day, right? While all this is going on, the fan base, just kind of going back to what you were saying, Ring IQ, that the fan base has to learn that nobody's above the sport, bro. No one fighter, no one promotional label, nobody's above the sport. Now you guys are left out looking weak and weird because you got to make all these excuses, and your man is over there talking to Turkey. He putting his fighters on the Matchroom card. They getting the biggest bags they ever got. Even when you look at it like this, who's Tank Davis getting set up to fight after Frank? Who's Canelo getting set up to fight after Munguia? Who's David Benavidez getting get set up to fight? Like, what fights do they have for them? They're gonna have to cross promote. It's humble pie time.
I'm gonna tell you what, Claymore. To me, the ultimate sign that the knee was already bent was over a year ago when Floyd fought Tszyu. Where? On the zone.
Yep.
See, you can't sell this. You know, remember what Ellerby was saying. You know, Ellerby always takes shots at the zone, but it's like, well, you don't make sense, my dude. You not making sense. You saying it's dead zone, dead zone, dead zone, dead zone. But Floyd Mayweather, who's a bigger name than anyone and everyone at the PBC right now, He just had a fight on DAZN. So you can't tell me they ain't got no money. If Floyd over there getting money, you can't tell me ain't nobody watching him. If Floyd over there trying to get watched, and that was over a year ago before we got here, before Showtime leaves and Amazon, all that bullshit. It's like, yeah, the knee was already bent a while ago when Floyd Mayweather ends up. Bro, if your exhibition is all that, then why didn't you have it on Showtime like you had the Logan Paul one on Showtime? After the Logan Paul one, where you went? You went to DAZN, bro. That's where you went, to DAZN. And that was after Logan accused you of not paying him all his money. The other thing is, and I question the numbers for that exhibition because a part of me feels, look, man, when some shit do good, you try and do another one. So I don't even know if you really did good with that Logan shit, because Logan said you didn't pay him and you didn't go back. The next exhibition after that, the next one on a major platform, it was on DAZN. So it kind of says everything I need to know to that shit wasn't as successful as you guys are saying it was. It couldn't have been. Otherwise, you would have did another one on that same platform with just a different influencer.
Julius, remind me something, please. That exhibition in particular, where was broadcasted?
Which one? The Logan Paul?
The Logan Paul versus Floyd Mayweather.
Showtime.
Okay, if Al Haymon has his fingers on that pot, I know he made some money, but maybe some of that money is lost on Al Haymon's pockets.
Maybe he, bro, Leo, you saying the thing I said a while ago, that if Al Haymon, who is rumored to be paying these fighters in stipends, he gives them allowances basically, right? That would indicate that somewhere there's an account that has all of their money pooled into it. Well, what happens if Al misappropriates those funds, makes some bad investments, loses the money? Oh, well, they're all fucked if that were to happen. And these are things that actually do happen on a day-to-day basis. So to me, it's not outside the realm of possibility that because Floyd made ridiculous amounts of money. You got to understand that. Floyd pay-per-views was hitting, man. Like they was. Yeah. So for him, even when they say that, he burned it all, yeah, I guess you could, man, but I would sooner believe that Al lost some of his money, that he used some of his money to keep the PBC afloat. Because one thing that always stood out to me was that Marcos Villegas, who was in production on Fox at the time when PBC was still on Fox, Marcos Villegas said that a lot of the pay-per-views that they were doing towards the end, they were doing nothing but pay-per-views, no more regular programming, it's just pay-per-views, right? Fox didn't pay for any of that. Fox was no longer giving them a budget to do those shows. So then I'm like, if Fox is not giving them a budget to do those shows, where is the money coming from to do those shows? To pay the fighters and to pay the production team and, to make it all happen. Where's it coming from? Is it coming from Floyd? And that's when it kind of hit me that has Al been using that money to do shows on PBC on Fox, for example, because it was established by then, not only is Fox not going to renew with you guys, but they're not giving you an annual budget anymore. And not only are they not giving you an annual budget, they actually take a cut of whatever comes in. That was the situation for a year or a year and a half right before the deal was, ended. You know what I mean? I'm like, the money to do all that got to come from somewhere, bro. You got to pay for the location, pay the production crew, the people shooting the fight, the coaches, just the whole thing. You got to pay for all of that. So where the fuck did the money to pay for all of that come from if it didn't come from Fox?
And Julius, to tap all that, nobody knows about Al Haymon since last year. If I was a PBC fighter and Al Haymon
probably longer than last year, bro.
Money, I would be very nervous.
We don't even know if Al Haymon's a real person anymore. Look,
he is, but
he's AI.
No, he's.
He's a real person, but what in what capacity is he moving the PBC needle right now? What is he
He's
doing
not.
right now? Like, I mean, like, what is he doing?
No, I mean,
with
like
the
right
PBC?
now, the latest rumors that are out there are that the dude either has one foot halfway out the door or he's out the door. Neither would surprise me because just like we said earlier, look at the situation where normally you couldn't get a PBC fighter to cross the street. Remember, Ryan made Isaac $1 million offer 2 years ago to come to the zone to fight him right after the Davis fight. That was 2 years ago. They couldn't get him to do it, right? But 2 years later, oh, he's on the zone fighting Rayo. Well, wait a minute. Why is he on the zone fighting Rayo? He could have been on Amazon fighting Rayo. Why y'all let him cross the street? Why y'all let David Morrell cross the street? Ruiz, Wilder. Why is all these fighters leaving? Why they leaving? Oh, because you ain't got no money no more. You don't have no money. You can't keep the ship afloat. You don't have no money.
So no fights for him, no money. You know, it was like you turned on the light and the cockroaches scattered.
Yeah.
I think Floyd's situation, he was trying to be the next Don King, but he failed miserably. So this is where he's at now.
That's because a lot of guys think like, yo, dog, you was a great fighter. It's not that you wasn't a great fighter, but promoting is a different skill set. It is. It's a different skill set. You know? It's just like, you know, you could probably sing, but can you make a beat? Or you could probably make a beat, but can you play guitar? It's all different skills. So the thing with Al and Floyd is, look, it's only made possible because you have a generational talent, right? That's the only thing that makes any of this possible. But that's just because you struck a gold mine, bro. You ain't gonna turn Danny Garcia into none of that shit. You ain't gonna turn Thurman into none of that shit. You ain't gonna turn Porter into none of that shit. That if Al was really the reason that Floyd was as big as he was, then he would have made another one by now. But he hasn't. Because Al didn't build Floyd. By the time you and Floyd get together, Floyd is already a world-class fighter. He's already a world-class fighter. You didn't do that. It happened at Top Rank, if we're going to be real, where it happened. Yeah, it happened at Top Rank. Leaves Top Rank, starts doing business with Golden Boy, does business with Golden Boy for I don't know how many years because they had a relationship for a while. You, Al, Schaefer, y'all get it in your head. Yo, let's steal all these fighters. Let's do our own thing. Like, it's you know, it was doomed to fail from the beginning. It was doomed to fail.
Yeah. How do you fail stealing money?
No, B. You know, like I said, it just reminds me of all it reminds me of the most is when I was a kid and how we really thought that a lot of the rappers was really rich, not realizing, yo, a lot of them jewels is fake. A lot of those is not money you got. That's cash advances from the label. That's cash advances from the label to dedicate towards your music video and your budget and your persona. It's not real money. That none of this music shit that we be seeing in these videos, yo, that shit not real. None of that shit is real. Like,
and even if it was real,
you're talking about the ending of Paid in Full?
One at a time, fellas.
And even if it was real, like, you can't duplicate the music industry with sports because there's resellability with music. You resell CDs, then iTunes, concerts, and that shit. With a sporting event, it's that one event, maybe a week of replays if there's pay-per-view, and that's it.
Yeah, the bulk of the cash in sports is the live event. After that, there's not a lot of residual value. There's not. Whereas music retains residual value. Yeah, like a song could get played. Look at Mariah Carey. Just off of that, all I want for yo, dog, she's still getting money off of that, bro. She's still getting crazy. That shit shoots the #1 on the charts like clockwork. Every year around the holidays, she's still getting money off of that one song. You can't do that with sports. You can't do that with boxing. Nah, it's different. So you know, man. I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette. I'll be right back.
Well, I'll say one thing: if the PBC is done, man, in a way that's in some ways it's a good thing for boxing because they held up too many fights and blocked too many fights. You know.
Yo, that's the best thing to happen to boxing.
And it's not. Look, It's not about them being done, right? It's almost like the end of the world thing, right? Like, was the world really going to end, or is it going to end as we know it? PBC, are they out of here? I'm not going to say that yet. They still have opportunities, but their opportunities don't involve them working by themselves and dominating the way they did before. Cross promoting is becoming a real thing. Turkey is
taking
really
over,
bridging the gap. He's taking over that whole idea. He's going to make the best fighting the best be lucrative again, right? Because no more of Canelo Alvarez sitting there saying, "Oh, I can make that money fighting anybody." No, you can't. You got to fight somebody. You know what I'm saying? And that whole narrative is going to change. And the PBCs doesn't have all the somebodies under their roster. They're going to have to cross promote, and we'll see how they decide to move with it. If they're going to sell, if Al Heyman's going to get out the business. But yeah, PBC fans, as your PBC, as you've known your PBC to be, it is just about over, bro.
I mean, if Al does leave the PBC, do you think that it'll change drastically?
I mean, it has to, because he's the owner and he's driving the vision. But it's a good thing PBC will change or die or whatever, but it shouldn't be, because less promoters equals less jobs for guys.
Well, let's put it this way: we want the people out of there who are pulling all the shenanigans and blocking the fights. You know, if we can get somebody in there, you know, that can work with the other promoters and that can help bring fights, I ain't got no problem with them.
Yeah, that's why I say it is a good thing. It is a good thing, but it shouldn't be, because like, how bad a situation is it that we're cheering for a promotion that pays people to work, supposedly, to go out of business?
Well, I'm definitely not cheering that, but I understand exactly where you're coming from. It is kind of tragic, but this is where the style of promoting boxing in America has pushed the needle in this direction. And this is what happens, right? Greed, right? Controlling everything. And then nobody ever counts on some billionaire out in Saudi Arabia to come out and be like, "Nah, bro, I want to take it back to Larry Holmes and Roberto Duran. And you know what? Unlike a lot of you guys, I've got the financial spending power to move this needle, and this is what I'm going to do." Now your whole entire game plan goes in the trash. So it's sad that it sounds like we're cheering on PBC ending, but what we're cheering more than PBC ending is we're cheering boxing making a resurgence back for the hardcore boxing fans.
Well,
and another thing, PBC going down.
Another thing too is we need the fighters to a certain degree need to change their mentality. You know, I mean, if they got to give up this, "Oh, well, I lost my, it's over." Bullshit. Everybody has losses. You know, they got to be willing to fight each other. A lot of times they're not. They just him and haw and this and that, the side of the street. Bullshit. Fight the motherfucker. You know, come on. You know, I mean, you know. Oh, go ahead.
Do you think that has something to do with the whole entire the way that I don't want to keep pointing at the PBC, but the way the PBC has pointed at the value of undefeated fighters, trying to push add on to the Floyd Mayweather effect, right? To say that they want to protect their fighters' O's, and their fighters, naturally, the fighters are going to feel like, "Oh, that's the way that you guys are going to push me. Only if I can protect my O, you're going to push me like this." Of course, the fighters are going to follow suit with that idea. But when you got somebody like Turkey coming in who's like, "Nah, man, you're not done yet. We still want to see you fight this guy. We want to see you fight that guy." I think naturally the fighters are going to stop valuing that O so much and start looking for the big fights again.
Well, I also blame Floyd for part of that, because too many people wanted to be like him, and he influenced a lot of people to be that way. And instead of developing their own selves and becoming their own fighter, they're all too busy trying to replicate what Floyd did, because, "Oh, look at Floyd. He's got the money. He's in control. He runs boxing. He this and that." Well, you know, I mean, come on. That's him. That's not you. You know, I mean, everybody, like we said earlier, everybody's going to be different.
It wasn't even him. It wasn't even him. That's the crazy part. Like, it wasn't Floyd being this big, huge star. Otherwise, the Andre Berto event wouldn't have crashed. Like, that was one of his worst-selling events, if memory serves, and that was supposed to be like his retirement fight. It was always him.
Yeah, but that was at the end of his career. But at the height of his career, though, man, he was, you know, on it. But
on it. But who was he fighting? Pacquiao, Cotto, De La Hoya, like it's.
Yeah, it was the biggest fights. I think the biggest. This is like the Usual Suspects movie. The biggest trick the devil ever played on the world is convincing the world that he didn't exist. Right? Like everybody fell for the banana in the tailpipe. Everybody really thought that. And even when you're looking at it right now with hindsight, with just who Floyd actually is, look how Tank is turning it and letting it be known like Floyd ain't him. He ain't never been him. Like Tank had to find that out for himself. And as soon as he found that out, he was like, I got to remove myself out of this equation because this dude is just a big hype train. And he's a big thirsty, limelight thirsty ass dude. It's really Al Heyman moving the needle for him. And even now, look at Jaleel Hackett, who just right now left, his situation with Floyd Mayweather. And look how he's speaking about his top 4 promotional companies that he's looking at working with. He doesn't mention PBC. He mentions Matchroom. He even mentioned working with Gervonta Tank Davis. He mentioned all kinds of opportunities for himself, but he never brought up none of these guys. Why? Because he sees it for what it is. Drawn Ennis, same thing. Nah, bro, it's not that. You know what I mean? It's not that. What it is it's business. It's money. I'm not active. You guys have been talking a lot about how big you guys are, but I haven't fought in a year, going on a year and some change, and I don't even know what my next fight is going to be. It's business over everything, man. No one fighter is bigger than the sport. The sport's always going to win at the end of the day.
Look what Floyd's also doing to Kermel Moton, though, man. He's putting him in the background, in the back scene. It's horrible.
It's a red flag right there already.
Yep.
And his career hasn't even started. Well, now it has, I mean. But I agree with Jason that I think Floyd took on the biggest names in boxing at the time. And after Manny, he could have built up or a name that he could have gone that was younger and building up. And I say for example, Keith Thurman, he didn't want to take fights like that no more. He was at the end of it. He flew too close to the sun.
Waited. Let's be honest. He waited Manny out. I mean, that fight should have happened a long time before it did.
And after that, he flew too close to the sun is what I'm trying to say. He had nothing left after that. And that's why he took on, I don't know, Conor McGregor, the guy before that. I forgot his name. But, yeah, after that, he was already a goner. That's why he retired.
Yeah.
That Conor McGregor fight counts as part of as an official boxing match. That's
of course. It's Sugar Conor, man.
Of course. Yeah, man. This Tom Need Crow, and it's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. You know what I mean? And what Ring IQ said earlier was he really hit it on the nail when he said that a lot of these guys are gonna stop watching boxing. They're gonna you have quote unquote boxing fans who have not watched any boxing this year except for that PBC event. That's how diehard they are about this. You know what I'm saying? Like they're literally going to fall back from watching boxing. They're gonna try to make excuses about why boxing fell off and why they lost their interest in boxing, and it's all going to be because you guys were just fans of a promotional company. And
I've said it right here. I've said it before. I seriously think that if the PBC dies, Gervonta Davis retires. I don't think he's gonna fight no top guy or anything. He'll retire for 2 or 3 years, and if there's an easy fight, big fight for him to come back, then he'll do it. But he's not gonna go to Golden Boy, Matchroom, or Top Rank. Like that motherfucker's retiring if the PBC dies.
Real quick, the reality about those type of fans you're talking about, they never put the work in to be a real boxing fan to begin with. So it's not surprising that, they never looked at the old fights. They never went back. They never, tried to learn about the sport. They never had the mentality that, the sport comes first. I mean, if you're really planning on being a real boxing fan, you're going to do that. You're going to learn a bit about the history. You're going to go back and watch some of the great fights from the past. There's a lot of things you're going to do, and you're going to get a little knowledgeable, and you're going to enjoy it while you do it. The guys who didn't do that, they never really wanted to be boxing fans. They were just being whatever fan you want to call it, whether it's a promotional company, tribalistic, whatever, but they just don't really want to be real boxing fans.
Well, and it's easier than ever because most of those fights are free on YouTube, including the commercials they were filmed on. People just literally took their VHS tapes and loaded them up onto YouTube, which, by the way, goes back to my original point. There's no replay money in fucking boxing.
Nah, not really. You know what I mean? Like if you're a promoter or a broadcaster, the bulk of the cash, hell, for example, for the promoter, it's one way. For the broadcaster, it's another. Because for the broadcaster, what they really want is sustained viewership. They want to know that the programming is good and palpable and reliable enough that we say, okay, well, our boxing content brings us in between, let's say, I don't know, rough number. Let's just say 600,000 views to 1,000,000 views on a Saturday night, which, maybe that's not bad. And you want that because that's sustained viewership. It depends, because premium cable network versus a Fox is going to have higher expectations because they're available in many more homes. So they're going to have higher expectations than a premium cable network. But the idea is that we're spending money on programming that will bring us viewers to our platform. So it's not necessarily about, we want to make X amount of dollars. The promoters are the ones who are worried about making X amount of dollars. Whereas what the network wants is a lot of eyes. And then if they get a lot of eyes, the ad revenue, the ads that they can then place in that slot, in that block, that's where the value is for them. One thing that somebody pointed out to me a very long time ago, especially when it came to Showtime, is like, don't you notice that when there's a PBC show on, you don't see any major brands advertised? I was like, yeah, why not? So, because the time's not valuable. They know that at that time on that platform, there are probably only about 200,000 to 300,000 people watching. And that's just not a big number for a network that boasts in excess of 30 to 35 million subscribers at that time. Well, no, that's not a big number. 200,000, that's not a lot of people. So when you don't see those major brands advertising during that block, that's a red flag. I was like, yeah, I noticed that. They never advertise any of the big brands like a Target or this or that on any of their blocks when they're doing a show. So what the network wants is sustained viewership. What the promoter wants is an annual budget to do shows, obviously, but that's to make money so they can make their pocket change. And like, as far as that whole conversation, as far as I'm concerned, they're done. Like, what I see, yeah, you guys are done, man. It's over. The beautiful thing that Turki Al-Sheikh is doing, however, it's not just the fights that he's making possible, it's also the frequency. Look, you got Wilder fighting Zhang in June, right?
Yep.
And then
Yep.
right? Quick turnaround if he makes it through that fight again in what is it?
August.
In August, right? So what I see that he's trying to do, and his vision for boxing and what he would want for America also, is to kickstart that engine, get people interested in boxing again by scheduling these fights frequently, because that's another thing that changed from the time that we were kids till now, that the big names fight too infrequently in this era, and you lose momentum in all those months. Like, he fought, and now it'll probably be another 8 or 9 or maybe a year and a half.
What do you? Yeah, who the hell wants to wait that damn long? I mean, come on.
What do you think this era is going to be looked at in the future? Like, let's say Turki Al-Sheikh is successful in his campaign to make frequent fights that are good with guys that have losses, but that are good fights people want to watch. What do you think we're going to look back on this era and say? Because look, there's Max Holloway. Max Holloway just became a superstar a couple of weekends ago. I mean, in the UFC.
Well, I don't know.
Max Holloway. Whoa! Full stop. He did not just be Max.
Well, I'm just saying. He got this like tremendous victory. He got this tremendous victory.
He went viral, is what you want to say. He was
viral before that, bro. Not even close, fam.
Well, I mean, he had tremendous success and coming from a guy that has losses on his record. Like, that's what we want to see in boxing.
I would say that the level of celebrity that Max Holloway doesn't exceed the level of celebrity that a lot of these boxers that we've been talking about have. To be honest with you, so I don't. In other words, I don't see where Max Holloway comes into it, but I believe.
I'm just using that as an example. Like, if a boxer is able to do that in the future, like say, like whatever Ryan Garcia did, he had a loss on his record. But a legitimate guy who's out there fighting, wins a belt, loses, comes back 2 years later, and then just annihilates one of the top guys. I just hope that era of boxing can return, and I'm really hoping that Turki Al-Sheikh will.
Okay, now I see what you're saying. Hey, Jules. Okay, Jules. He's talking about what we talked about before, like how we hate how a dude gets 1 or 2 losses and he gets written off. Like, motherfuckers can take multiple L's and still be good.
But
exactly.
you can't. Yeah, but you can't. I can't use something as insulated as the UFC as the example for anything, because it's really not the norm. It's not the norm. If you're talking about the UFC, you're talking about one promotional outfit where one guy has all the contracts. That does not speak to the situation in boxing. It's entirely different.
Well,
No
perhaps
one.
maybe that's a bad example, but
That's
I'm
what
just
I'm
saying.
saying. That it's
I'm
it's a
saying
bad example because hold on. While the UFC is successful, what happens within the UFC is hardly a model or a parallel for what happens in other sports because boxing is a lot more spontaneous. There's a lot less control. There's a lot less, but there are a lot more moving parts. So Max doing what he did, hey, that's great for the UFC within the parameters of one promotional outfit. But in the greater scheme of things, and I say it all the time, yeah, boxing is a bigger sport because there are more moving parts spread across more countries.
Well, we
I understand that there's
guys like
difference.
that, Derek Chisora and Gabriel Rosado. We do have guys that take losses, and no matter what happens, as long as they put a good event, they get paid.
I'll put it. Let me put it to you another way. Look, it's cool that Max did what he did, right? I'm glad that you brought up Derek Chisora because, in case people aren't aware, Derek already makes more money than a Max Holloway.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
So what? So
I
what
would
we're
like to
saying?
see more of
Let me
this in
finish.
boxing.
Let me
That's
finish.
all
Let
I'm
me
saying.
finish. What I'm saying is, what you're saying you would like to see more of is already there. If Derek is fighting, yeah, it's not in America, no, but boxing, right? All of boxing. Well, bro, if Derek is fighting, them Brits is gonna go see him, dog. If Dillian White is fighting, them Brits is gonna go see him, dog. Chris Eubank Jr. ain't shit, and he not never gonna be shit. But if he's fighting, they'll watch his fucking ass. They'll watch him.
Jules, I
Gabriel
think the
Rosado
best
fights
way.
Berlanga, people are watching that fight.
I think the UFC model is very different in the fact that if you're going to compare what the UFC and boxing is, you have to bring in all these promotional companies, right? The UFC still has a lot of control because all their fighters are under their banner. The UFC is really in comparison to like one promotional company. When you're looking at
Literally,
boxing,
that's why I don't use them as an example for anything because there is no situation in boxing where one promoter has full hegemonical control over the whole sport or the whole like it's never like that. What Dana's doing is great for Dana. I'm not knocking him. I'm just saying that is not a model for this because this is a more complex problem that involves a lot more people, a lot more promoters, a lot more fighters spread across a greater area. Oh, it's not the same
I didn't
thing
take
at
into
all.
consideration that in the UK they do have a more loyal fan base, and maybe that's what I was trying to allude to is the fact that we don't have that here in the US, and it would be great to build that.
Jules,
Look. Here's an example. Let's one at a time. Denzel Bentley lost about one or two fights, right? He lost one to Yanni Beck and he got stopped by Felix Cash. But if you told people, down the line, yo, Denzel Bentley versus Hamza Shiraz, that sells, bro. Yes, you can sell that. So there is an area, a corner in the world of boxing where, yeah, people don't give a fuck about a loss. It's the Americans that are stuck on it. Now, why is it the Americans? Because some of them are still stuck in the Mayweather era where it's all about the fucking and people like slowly they're starting to come out of that because when you see a Teofimo Lopez, for example, who has a loss on his record, but there is still a grassroots demand to see him fight other people. Yeah, they're waking up. Like, yo, this whole shit about an unbeaten record, that was just Floyd's shit, bro. That was just his gimmick. Boxing before that was never like that.
Yeah, that's what it would be great to have something in place where we can, as American fans, can say "fuck the who cares."
That harkens back to what I was saying earlier, though. A lot of the fans, so-called fans here in America, aren't putting in the work. They're too content with just trying to be casual, and they're not putting in the work to be a real boxing fan. That harkens exactly to what I was saying. And as soon as we get more people in America that are going to put the work in and be more interested in the sport, shit will change.
Well, the culture has to change. The culture of it has to change also.
Right. They're just unaware of how fun boxing can really be when the best fight the best. They'll come along. They'll start to understand as these fights start to come to fruition and as a fighter start to get more back into place of wanting to fight the best because it's lucrative, they'll start coming around. You know what I mean? I believe it. I believe they're going to start coming around because you guys don't know what you're missing, man. There's an era of boxing you guys just weren't present for, and the whole Floyd gimmick that was pushed at you guys, as far as the value of undefeated fighters and them fighting whoever. I've heard people say the craziest things like, I don't care who Gervonta Tank Davis fights. I just want to watch him fight. Well, guys, it's over for that. You know what I mean? The fights make the fights, not the fighter. You know what I mean? The fights, the actual, the two dancing partners make the fight. You know what I mean? And you guys don't know nothing about it. And with Turkey's bringing in, inshallah, that's what we're going to see happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because what Turkey's doing, like, people don't realize the favor that I don't really think they realize the favor that he's doing. It's the most ideal scenario for literally everyone, like not just a few, literally for everyone, for the fans, the networks, the promoters, and their fighters, because he's bearing the financial burden, and I've said this before, he's bearing the financial burden of doing a lot of these shows, which are very expensive, which creates a surplus of cash that the promoters are not spending. That, no, you don't got to worry about paying Tyson Fury for his next fight because Turkey's paying him. So you can take that money and make another fight, which is what they're doing. If you see it, that Navarrete is fighting Baranchyk, Kambosos is fighting Lomachenko. You can take that surplus of cash and reallocate it to doing other shows and signing other fighters. So it alleviates the burden on you. The broadcaster, they still get the content they want. They're getting premium content for fights that perhaps would not have otherwise happened, because I don't think Fury would have fought Usyk if not for Turkey Al-Sheikh. I don't think we would have got better B versus Bivol if not for Turkey Al-Sheikh. I don't think we would have got none of that.
Tim Tszyu and fucking Virgil Ortiz, that's a fucking dream. These are fantasy fights, dude. These are fights that we talk about.
So when you think about so as fans, we're getting the fights we want as fans.
Yeah.
The promoters, they're getting a helping hand to say, don't worry about your budget. I got it. I'm going to pay for the fight. You'll get the content. You'll distribute it with your broadcast partner, so on and so forth. But don't worry about paying for it. I got it. I'll take on the burden. And 99.9% of the time, the reason a fight doesn't really happen is the money. Well, Turkey's taking care of that for you. So you're straight. You got a surplus of cash to do other fights, sign other fighters, do what you want, whatever. And you're still delivering content to your broadcast partner, which in turn keeps them in boxing at almost no expense to you because the money's coming from him.
And they get the opportunity to make more money on top of it all. So it's a win-win, like you said, bro. I mean, and promoters are happy because they're making more money than they did before.
How nice is it to be so fucking rich you can finance this crazy ass sport with these crazy ass demands and it ain't shit on you? Like, it ain't even shit in your pocketbook.
It's a beautiful thing because what it's not just this momentary, like I see a long-term strategy here that could have a lasting effect, because it's a kingmaker thing going on. That, look, whether you like Isaac or not, irrespective of what you think of his boxing, there is now a grassroots following growing. Ryan, same thing. With Crawford and Madrimov, that's an excellent fight. Tim Tszyu versus Virgil Ortiz. Listen, if Virgil wins, that's a kingmaker. If Virgil wins, that's a kingmaker right there. That's a kingmaker. Let's say Wilder beats Zhang, right? Let's say Wilder beats Zhang, but then Jared Anderson beats him. Oh, that's a kingmaker. Jared Anderson is now the face of the American heavyweight division. That's a kingmaker. So, and remember that, bro, Wilder and Anderson, left to their own devices, boxing wasn't going to make that fucking fight. No, they weren't going to make that fight. He's making that fight. He makes that fight possible, and now it's a leg up to have a star in America, even if he's not a champion yet, but somebody the Americans are watching because he's getting him that passing of the torch fight. That's what that would be for Jared Anderson if he wins. Now, whether or not you think he's going to win is a different question. Whether or not, because he's got some flaws that it's like, yeah, dog, you can't keep doing that shit. You're used to, that's the boxing is a separate conversation. But as far as his long-term strategy and what he's trying to do, he's kickstarting the engine in America. The UK is fine. They're fine, bro. They got Fabio Wardley, Frazier Clark, Johnny Fisher, Moses. They're fine at heavyweight. And those kids are going to do what they're going to do. But America did need a kickstart. They're like, you want to bring boxing back to the forefront. There are a number of problems you need to fix. You want high-profile fights and fighters fighting frequently. You need them to go back to fighting a bit more often than they've been fighting. It shouldn't be a year before we see you again. A lot can happen in a fucking year, dog. People forget,
Jules, I was going to say, the PBC being basically out of business is definitely going to help kickstart that for sure.
I think so.
Wait, you guys are talking about the PBC out of business. Has anyone made a statement, an official statement, or anything like that, or is this like
No.
hypothetical thing?
Look, bro. Let me put it to you this way, my dude. When Fox left the sport of boxing, they didn't make an official statement. There was no grandstanding, no big ceremony, no big announcement. They just didn't renew.
Right.
You know,
Right.
they just didn't renew. So the rumor that I heard, and once again, it's just a rumor. Don't shoot the messenger. It's just what I was told from people who were in the loop. It's possible. I don't know. It's possible that after the Davis fight, that's it.
Because we've been hearing these rumors for a long time, and somehow the PBC ends up emerging like a fucking cockroach after the nuclear disaster.
Not really. You no, not really. You have
dude, I'm afraid.
Listen. You have to listen.
Speak on it because I know he's about to talk about it. Go ahead.
Take a step back. Take a step back and realize something. A large chunk of their fighters have literally already left. I'm not even talking about the ones fighting in August. A large chunk of their fighters have already left. That's one.
Yeah.
Two, a good number of the fighters that are still supposed to be their fighters, they're all tied up in Riyadh season. So if this number of your fighters are all tied up in Riyadh season, what do you have to continue to produce content in the summer? What do you have? If Isaac is fighting in Isaac, Rayo, David Morrell, Andy Ruiz, Deontay Wilder, these are supposed to be your guys.
Yeah,
well, they're all tied up. They're all tied up on the zone. So what are you gonna?
Yeah, no, exactly. No, I hear you. I hear you. But every time we the sinking ship emoji or the image comes up, these guys manage to fucking get another life raft.
This is what. Listen. I'm gonna be the dude that says it because I said it. This is gonna be a slow burn. Hold on. What Al Heyman or whoever's in charge of the PBC, what they will be reduced to is a booking agent. Because a promoter who doesn't have an annual budget from a network, you know what you are? You're a booking agent. You can't even really do your own shows.
Do you think?
And that's why I asked a question earlier when I said, what do they have planned for their big stars? What do they have? What's next for Tank? What's next for Canelo? What's next for David? What's next for these fighters?
The world may never know.
One show all year, and they got the next show they have is a collaboration between them and Golden Boy, pretty much the zone, and then they got another show coming up with Tank, their star. So of course they're going to put those fighters out there if they're going to try to do any type of show any kind of life. But my question is, what's next?
I just gotta ask Jules one question here. Do you think it's a possibility that that's why the Canelo and Benavidez fight didn't happen, because they needed Benavidez to support the Tank card?
No, see, I think that's a difficult answer. See, for starters, remember that last year you're losing your longtime broadcast partner. I don't know why it doesn't get brought up enough that that had to seem like a cataclysm for you guys. That very soon you won't have a broadcast partner. You're scrambling at this point. You have other things on your mind than Canelo versus Benavidez. But it is something that you could pitch to a new broadcaster if you get one. And you did get one, but it's not a commitment. Amazon is not committed to them. They're not providing them a budget. I have seen more advertisements on DAZN for this PBC show than I've seen from fucking Amazon. You know what I mean? So there are a lot of moving parts there that it's not as simple as looking at it as an ordinary situation, because for them it's not. You guys are sinking. You're sinking. Where normally, if you needed any indicator of how bad things are, where normally you wouldn't outsource your fighters so easily, you're outsourcing them in droves. In droves. Like you need 8 of my guys, you need 9, 10. I send them to you, because you ain't got no fight dates for them motherfuckers, and you ain't got no money. Where before it was pulling teeth to make a fight with a PBC guy, now they'll send you 5 for the price of 2. You know what I mean? Other fighters like Subriel Matias, he jumped ship.
It's a fire sale, baby. That's what.
There you go. Yeah. So when I see that, and I see the sheer number of fighters that are participating in one show, once again, it brings me back to the same question. If this many of your fighters, what are supposed to be your fighters, if this many of them are fighting in August, what the fuck are you going to be doing the rest of the time? Who are you going to have fighting? We don't know
Joey,
that Canelo. We don't
Joey
know that Canelo's
Spencer.
going to stay with them.
Right.
Brandon Lee.
Joey Spencer.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Lubricant.
Jerry Antoine Russell.
But I'll tell you
Well,
what.
the
But I'll
Davis
tell
and
you what.
Martin
But I'll
fight.
tell you what. I'll tell you
Which
what.
one?
That all in all, it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing because boxing is kind of going back to the way that it was. That it's like promoters are working together to make big fights. Yeah, that's the boxing that I remember, bro. I don't remember in the Roy Jones Jr. era or the Tyson era or the Chavez era that I grew up in, motherfuckers sitting around talking about promoters. Like, no,
Crazy.
motherfuckers wasn't talking about that shit. Like, we talking about the fight.
The
We
new
wasn't talking
generation.
about that shit.
Jules,
Don't
but
worry
then
about that shit.
again, some of those dudes were not getting the crazy money that the fucking PBC dudes were getting for tune-ups.
Well, I'll say this much, that it's a double-edged sword because Turkey Al-Sheikh is, I think he's almost overpaying market value because he can afford to. That's how much money he has. He has that much money that he can do that. But at the same time, it'll kickstart. It's good. It's a lot of the things that are happening in America. Honestly, when I look at them now, where it looked like doom and gloom, I can wholeheartedly say the last 3 weeks it looks very good now because of what Turkey's doing, but not just Turkey Al Sheikh. As much as we don't like Ryan, or at least I don't, right? He has people outside of boxing talking about his dumb ass. Charlemagne the God talking about him, the comedian Italian dude that combs his hair in the side part. Donald Trump, he over there
What the
doing
fuck is
fast
taking
shit.
so long for these fucking numbers to come out? What the fuck is going on?
Julius,
The
just
thing
for
is,
your
yeah, but hold on, wait a minute. But the thing is this: if Ryan is confirming that he's projected to get 50 million, and Devin is confirming he did on his own social media, he's confirming he stands to make an excess of 35. If you do the math, you must have did over 1 million. You must have. For those numbers, if those numbers are true and you're both confirming them, he says 50, he says 35. Let's go with that. You must have done 1 million or close to 1 million.
Do you think people were
If
buying
that's
the
what you're
fight
getting.
after the fight because they heard about it and people started?
No, I think I think Ryan has a lot of teenage girls and homosexuals that really like him, and they bought him to see his tattoos.
Yeah.
I'm imitating Bob Arum when he spoke to Ariel Helwani.
Yeah,
You're like, I think
it's
the
homosexual.
UFC is for homosexuals and it's not good for television. But
Julius, just for
That was a great Bob
your
Arum.
consideration, that Italian guy that you say is from New York.
look, I don't know that fucking guy, right? I never seen that guy before. Just because he's from fucking New York, I don't know everybody in fucking New York. I know that the fucking guy, he's a funny guy. He's on a podcast. A lot of people know him. I don't know who the fuck he is, but he was talking about Ryan Garcia. And what I'm getting at is boxing is going. See, all right, put it this way. You remember when Muhammad Ali, the Muhammad Ali era was a golden era. And after that era, there was a transitional era, Larry Holmes. And that nobody refers to Larry Holmes's era as a golden era, right? That things were kind of, Larry Holmes era. But then after that, what do you see? The Tyson era. Boxing is super pop. You got a guy again. He's knocking everybody out. He's fucking everybody up. So all this shit going on. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think the previous era was, in a manner of speaking, a transitional era where, look, the Floyd Mayweather era was a lucrative era for boxing. A lot of fucking money got made and a lot of fucking pay-per-views got sold. They did, bruh. That was a fertile era for boxing. Then things, after Floyd leaves and Manny's old and, shit, things kind of calmed down a little bit. Now they're picking back up. But I see what I see that is new is that there are new markets emerging, and that's what's new. That the Asian market, they doing a thing over there. The UK market, that's bigger than it ever was. It's never been this big. That's a self-sustaining organism over there. Australia is now bigger than it ever was, and it's only getting bigger. Their interest in boxing and the number of shows they're doing, the number of promotional outfits, the commitment from networks. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of this shit is shit that grows boxing. So not just the American shit, which is what the conversation is usually centered around. In a very general sense, boxing is actually in a very good place. All over the world, yeah, it's in a good place. Even in America now, I see a ray of hope that, look, Ryan may be a fucking moron, but he's got people talking about boxing. You know?
No, self-sustaining is the word you use, Jules, and that's the key. Because
Julius, I only told you that guy was from New York because I thought that you were able to recognize him because of his accent. You're better with that shit.
He's just some fucking. You know what I see when I look at that guy? Look at this fucking dickbag dressing like it's 1935. That's how he dresses, like side part with the shirt that has the. Well, so what are you like who you supposed to be, bro? Al Capone? Fuck out of here! You know what I'm saying? Like,
does
in
he
any event, look.
Does he do the hand thing?
Yeah, you ain't talking. You ain't like to talk about things. I'm always talking about things.
So, but with my meatball.
What did the guy? You know. And Ryan, like I said, man, like there's a lot of good little things there. A Lopez versus Ryan Garcia fight, which I did a video about, if they ever did it. Oh, that's a kingmaker, man. That's what that is. That's a kingmaker. Between Ryan's homosexual fans and Teofimo's enduring army of kids with good fades. You could sell a lot of pay-per-views with that.
The
Man.
two most hated fighters in boxing right now.
I don't know. I'm gonna give Teofimo this. I hope Teofimo's watching, because I do want to say this. Out of all these young bastards running around, right? He's the only one who dresses nice. Yeah.
Deadpool,
he fresh.
the Deadpool outfit.
Hey, actually, I
would have wore that shit to Walmart. I would have wore that shit. So shout out to Teofimo stylist, B. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, you could take that into Walmart and Target, B. Like what,
bro? Like he know how to dress. Like, shout out to him.
Why can't he fix his teeth?
Bro, because somebody gonna punch him in the mouth. He'll fix his teeth after he retires. Like, Frotch didn't get his nose job. Remember, Frotch didn't get his nose job until after he retired. Because, well, what the fuck am I gonna get a nose job for? Somebody's gonna punch me in my face. I'll wait till afterwards to get my shit fixed.
Did Andrade do that?
Hey, and for the record, if that shit comes to fruition, bro, I got Lopez fucking Garcia up, bro. I'm just gonna say that.
Everybody does.
So do I. But the idea is that there is now, because that's a kingmaker kind of fight. Remember, you don't need a sheik to come in and pay for that. If he does, fantastic. You see what I mean? But I'm saying that that's a fight that if you made it, people would say, oh, well, Lopez is going to fight that? Oh, I need to see that shit. Yeah, I need to see that shit. You know what I mean? So as long as you have fights like that, and there's a growing number of fights like that. Like, look, Devin is down in the dumps right now, but in a couple of months, when it's time for him to come back, oh yeah, people are going to pay attention to either see him succeed or see him fail.
People would rather see failure.
And this is all good for the sport, though, because good or bad, you want people paying attention. You just want them watch the shit. Good story, bad story, good guy, bad guy, big titties, little titties. You just want people watching. You see what I mean? So it's all good, man. It's all good.
I just think Ryan is gonna attract the worst of boxers in boxing. There's no title fights. He's not a champion. He hasn't fought no world champion. He has no belt, and he literally admitted he doesn't care about the belts. So then
Ryan Garcia is gonna bring more homosexuality to boxing. He's an LGBTQ hamburger. That's what's gonna happen.
Because I believe that there's fighters that will kill themselves and die for the position that he's in right now. But of course, he's not taking it serious. That's what, and we're gonna get the Ryans and the Rollies more in boxing, which I'm not gonna look forward into that.
I mean, like, I'm not worried about his unconventional ascent, because it's not something that can be duplicated. Ryan achieved notoriety not for someone that he beat or a belt that he won. It's because he had a lot of Instagram followers. That's it. That's how he did that. Now, or TikTokers, or he paints his nails. I don't know. He's a weird fucking guy, right? Like, I don't know. But that's not something that you can duplicate. So while, yeah, he has some perks that other boxers don't have, that's not something that other boxers can resort to. So you guys are going to have to do it the old-fashioned way and beat people up, period. You're gonna have to do it the other. Yeah, you just gonna have to beat people up. Simple as that. And the other thing for him is, hey, listen, while it's cool that you in this dope position, you in the honeymoon phase of what you're doing right now. You don't understand that you just painted about 80 targets on your back. They all want you now. All of them. 135ers, 140 pounders, 140. They're all coming for you, and you're not that good.
Good. Yep.
It's different. It's different. It's different. Like, look, man. Motherfucker say what he want. I fuck with Canelo. It's different when you Canelo. That motherfucker really do got cojones. It's different when you Floyd. That motherfucker really do got skills. Ryan, you got the burden. You're starting to have the burden that they had, but you don't have the skills.
Is it gonna last? That's the question.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not.
You have no faith in the silly shell? How dare you?
No.
I have no faith in no
beat
shell.
Beat the shit out of him, bro. Like, nah, you not. You see, you got. See, it's kind of like, shout out to Ebony Bridges, right? But it's a good example for what I'm talking about. That you became the most recognizable fighter at your weight, but you're not necessarily the best fighter at your weight. So you have the burden of being the best fighter without being the best fighter. Everybody wants a piece of you. Can you handle that? Well, that's where Ryan is. Now all of them want a piece of you. Welterweights, junior welterweights, lightweights. Everybody want to beat the shit out of you, bro.
Super middleweights.
Can you handle that? Because that's where it's at. Like, yeah, enjoy the honeymoon phase. Enjoy it. But shit about to get real. Like, yeah, they gonna be on your ass, bro. And it's not always gonna work. What you did to Devin is cool, dog. I don't even feel sorry for Devin. I'm just acknowledging that, yeah, you pulled a fast one on him, though. That's why it worked. You contracted the weight for 140, then at the last minute, you changed it. So he's depleted, but you're not. Well, that's cool. It worked. Very smart. That's not going to work every time, though.
You're not a pound for pound yet.
Remember that Subriel Matias, where Richardson Hitchens doesn't want to go the IBF route, for example, because of their 10-pound rehydration cap. Matias makes that cap without fail and still puts people in the hospital. There's still good fighters out there. They're still dangerous. And they're still like, yeah, like, it's cool, Ryan. Like, I ain't going for it's cool. You doing your thing, but yo, man, they coming for you.
They're gonna be Devin Haney's, but with actual chins, solid iron chins.
Yeah, it's cool. And you know, and
it's power. My bad.
And with Devin, you know what? That's why I don't get mad when people say weight bully. Like, a lot of people get mad at that, and I say the same thing on repeat. Do you know why I don't care about guys rehydrating heavy? Because sooner or later it's gonna backfire. That's why, yeah, you could think it's an advantage until it's not. After a while, it becomes a hindrance. You've had 2 fights at 140 pounds, and you're already struggling. What? You're cutting too much fucking weight, bro. That's why. That's why I don't complain about that. They're like, yeah, enjoy it while it lasts, because it's not going to.
Hey, Jules, hey, what you just talked about, that's the equivalent, right, of letting your oil change go way past its due time over and over again and thinking everything's going to be okay.
Yeah. People complain about it so much, like, it's unfair, it's unfair. Like, no, I'm like, no, you just tempting fate. One day you're going to go in there and all your punch resistance is going to be gone. And it won't, and the thing is, it won't come back. Look at Jarrett Hurd. Jarrett was walking around damn near 200 pounds. How is this man getting down to 154? How?
Goddamn.
And he used to be a guy, he could take a punch. He used to be durable, strong guy. And then one day Julian Williams kicks his fucking ass. Never the same after that. Rendezvous kicks his ass at middleweight. Never the same after that. You see what I mean? So I don't complain about that because it's only a momentary advantage. It goes away. The better thing to do is I know a lot of people aren't fans of Shakur, but I'm just saying that the way that Shakur moved up in weight, yeah, that's how you're supposed to do it. You ain't supposed to sit there for 10 fucking years in the same division. Shakur was at 26, then he was at 30, now he's at 35. Yeah, you supposed to move up, bro. He knew he did the same thing. Like, bro, I ain't going to sit here for a million years. I'm moving up, you know?
That's it makes no sense to do that, man. No sense at all.
That's how you supposed to do that. Now, look, I'm going to go to sleep. And we'll be going live for this weekend's pay-per-view, and I will be drinking Negra Modelo instead of Corona. I'm going to try out some Negra Modelo because I hear a lot of good things about it.
Negra?
Good beer. Good beer.
Give me a case. Give me a
Piece
case
of
of them
mash.
joints.
Piece of
Y'all better,
chocolate
yo,
flavor
listen,
ass.
y'all better bring some fucking alcohol. I mean, to y'all shit. I ain't trying to be the only one drinking. I want everybody to be drunk like me. So,
Yeah.
right?
All right, James.
Getting tipsy.
Okay, nos vemos.
That's happening. We good.
Y'all on the
You have a
next
good
one.
Jules.
See.